PlayStation had a very good 2022 if you look at the Game Awards, if you check any of the review outlets. Generally speaking, PlayStation also looks to be having a very good year in 2023, but I wanted to give you my top 5 things that I want to see from PlayStation in the next year, and I'm going to outline this. If you missed my video about Xbox, we also did the same thing. I said, listen, these are the things that I think absolutely must happen in 2023 for Xbox, so make sure and check out that stream as well if you missed it, if you didn't catch that one live. So I'm going to trot through these things 1 through 5, and then I'm going to discuss it with the live audience. If you aren't here live, if you're watching the past broadcast, make sure and hit subscribe and the bell button, or follow me on the platform that you're watching on. That way you guys can catch these live streams. So let me walk through this list. Number 1, I think it's obvious that they need to ramp up PS5 saturation. The saturation of the PlayStation 5 is doing better. Apparently, the supply issues in Asia have been resolved, and they have a big promise for a ramp up in 2023, especially with God of War Ragnarok being the last mainstay title to be a cross-generationally supported game. They're looking to say, no, going forward, it's going to be next-gen only. Going forward, you're not going to be able to get, Spider-Man 2 and these other games on the PS4. So PS5 saturation has got to hit an all-time high, and it's looking like that's going to happen with maybe, hopefully, no unforeseen things going on. Second, I think this one is not on everybody's radar just yet, but they need to launch some of their live service games. They've walked out and said, listen, we are going to have 12. They've actually corrected the record now. 12 live service games by 2026, and that's roughly 4 a year if you space them out. That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of live service games if you're thinking about every single year Sony PlayStation having a greater presence in the live service environment. I think 2 are supposed to launch before March of 2023 if all goes well. We're supposed to have 2 more. We'll see if that actually happens. They need to prove that they can nail the concept of live service. We do know that Gran Turismo has live service elements and has done okay. It had a rough launch, but it seemingly has turned things around. People weren't happy about some of the things that they were doing, but I'm really thinking that we want to see that live service presence from Sony in a way that is successful. They need to prove they can step into the live service environment and do it well. Listen, this is going to be controversial, but I think they need to put their live service games on all platforms. I know they've said they're open to multi-platform releases, but I don't think that's enough. We need a firm commitment from them that their live service games are not going to be like PlayStation and PC only. I don't think that is good enough. I think you want to see PlayStation titles landing on both the Xbox and the PlayStation. I'm sure I'll get disagreement on that, but if you want a successful live service game, you cannot restrict it to one platform. I know the Xbox isn't doing amazing with saturation, but I definitely don't think you want to leave that platform out in the cold if you're launching a live service game. I think they need to have some big PC launches as well. This is number 3. So number 1 is get PlayStation 5 saturation up. Number 2, you got to launch some of these live service games. Number 3, we need some big PC launches. We need some big PC launches. There are potential things coming that we know about through Steam database leaks like Returnal, and then Returnal had its official trailer. So we need to see Returnal land next year. I actually think Returnal has the potential to be more successful on PC than it was on PlayStation because it's a rogue, and rogues do very, very well on PC. I really think Ghost of Tsushima needs to eventually land on PC. I think it deserves it. I think it'll do very well. I think people are kind of chomping at the bit to get that one on PC. And I'm going to say it because we need to will this thing into existence. We need Bloodborne on PC. We need an update. We need 60 FPS. We need this thing to be prettied up. It trends on Twitter every time some dum-dum with an account wants to put out a fake leak or a fake announcement. So those are the 3 things I would love to see land on PC next year for Sony. That is number 3. Now, number 4 is one that you might not expect from me. Many people think I'm some kind of a Sony fanboy. Not really true. I love their games, but I also would love to love Xbox games if they could launch. That's one of my main points in my Xbox videos. Launch some games. I want to play them. But number 4, I think Sony needs to overhaul the UI of the PlayStation 5. I think it's terrible. I don't think it works very well. I think it's dated and clunky. It's woefully behind the Xbox interface. I think the Xbox interface is light years ahead with just simplicity, ease of use. It's very, very well built. I think Sony's interface is arguably pretty bad. I think they are going to have a full integration with Discord in 2023. That's apparently supposed to come in Q1 of 2023. But I think much of the UI is redundant. The steps that I have to take to do different things is just pretty awful. Someone saying the Halo Infinite UI. I'm talking about the actual operating system, like when you boot up your Xbox and you're playing your Xbox, navigating the menus, that UI, the Sony UI, I think is pretty bad. Somebody saying PS4 UI is way better than PS5. I tend to agree with that. We can't even select our own wallpaper on a PS5. I don't understand that. You have this amazing screenshot button. You can actually go into the settings and just make it to where when you press that share button, it instantly takes a picture. I was loving that during God of War Ragnarok. Some pretty awesome, pretty poignant moments, and I was saving them, and I can't do anything with them. I mean, I can put them on a thumb drive and use them for thumbnails. That's something that I do, but we can't even select a wallpaper on the PS5. The UI, I think, is pretty bad. I would rank it pretty low. I would love to see that overhauled. Now, the last point, number 5, is somewhat related to the UI, but not quite. I think PS Plus needs to be reinvigorated. I think they need to change the layout on the actual PlayStation. I think it's very difficult to capture exactly what I'm getting. It feels very broad. It feels very redundant. It can be difficult to find everything. You go over to the menu and it's like, here's games, here's trials, but then there's another thing that says games, and then there's another thing that says trials. It's like it's redundant. Numerous times I had to go into and out of menus in PS Plus to like see everything. I feel like, again, Microsoft kind of crushes them in this department. When I go down to Game Pass on my Xbox, everything's right there. Recently added, what's upcoming. I can filter very easily. I need a central PS Plus hub like that is not so data puke. It's just so much stuff on the screen when you go over to the PS Plus menu. I think it's pretty bad. I also think new games should be added in their own place. Like, there should just be this central button that's just like new PS Plus games, big and in my face. Bam, click it. Here's all the new games you're getting because you're on PS Plus. New trials should also be in their own place. People are going to tell me that that's how it's set up. Believe me when I tell you this. I've gone over to those things and clicked on them, and there's been games missing, or it hasn't shown me all of them. It's very poorly organized. I don't think it offers this visual display of value, like here's everything that you're getting for being a PS Plus member. And I'm on PS Plus Premium. I often feel like I have to go into multiple menus to find everything and back out. I think they saw a drop in PS Plus subscribers after their big revamp. They did a big revamp. They lost a lot of people. I think some people were confused. I think some people were mad. I think PlayStation really needs to cement a new layout and a new system that's more value-laden. It should be undeniable that you're getting a lot of value when you're on PS Plus, and right now, it doesn't surprise me that anybody that goes over to the PS Plus area probably just ends up canceling it and being like, I don't understand what I'm getting. So, the 5 things that PlayStation needs to do in 2023, number 1, they gotta ramp up the PS5 distribution. You can't have people waiting to get PS5s, especially with Spider-Man 2 being one of the first main titles to only be on the PS5. Number 2, you gotta launch some of these live service games. We're supposed to have 12 by 2026. That's roughly 4 a year. We need to see that PlayStation can do live service beyond just Gran Turismo. Number 3, we need more Sony games that come to PC. Really cement that audience over there. I'm not talking day and date. I'm talking Returnal, Ghost of Tsushima, and please give us Bloodborne on PC. What are you waiting for? They got to revamp, number 4, they got to revamp the PlayStation UI because it's terrible and hard to navigate. And number 5, they really need to cement the value for the PS Plus subscription service. When you're on the actual PlayStation, it just is a mess and it's hard to find everything. I need to know the value that I'm getting from it because currently I think it makes sense that a lot of people are unsubscribing for it. That's what I think they need to do in 2023. Let me know what you guys think in the chats. Time to talk to the live chat. I got people over here on the, there we go. I got people over here on the talk. Thank you so much for watching over here. You guys are awesome. We actually have memberships live over there, subscriptions. You can get a little joystick if you join. Help me get my first 10. And we got people over here, already one member for the day. I was on a call with my new YouTube partner manager and it went long. We had a miscommunication, so I'm going to have to do another call with them another day. And so that was why I was so late. So I gifted a member to kind of say sorry at the beginning of the broadcast. It went to my brother Derek, which I think is kind of funny. So, you know, congrats, Derek, on getting that. And anybody who's watching in any of the locations, do all the things. Smash the screen to give me likes. Hit the thumbs up. Make sure you're on live chat. And let me know what you think about my list of things that PlayStation needs to do in 2023. I'm going to read what Solemn put here. He says, racing and sports live service games hardly count. Barely have to put in the effort of any form of innovation in those type of live service games. I personally don't even count them in the same category as non-racing and sports live service games. Well, and see, we had a big debate about this the other day, which is why I included it. They need to prove, Sony needs to prove that they can do live service beyond just Gran Turismo. Chris gifting 5 members on YouTube. That's a great reason to watch in YouTube. We got Brendan, we got MG, we got KH3 for Life. Feed has snagged himself a membership once again, and Connor. We always love to see the faithful homies getting their memberships back up and running. Super Farter, what an amazing name. Why do you speed up your voice in posted videos? I typically listen to my own broadcasts at a 1.5 looking for highlights. Then I slow it down to a 1.25 for clips on talk or on shorts on YouTube, because we have found that the faster it goes, like faster it gets to the point, the better the engagement. Like, I don't make myself sound like a robot. Like, so what I'm trying to say is, this is I don't do that. I just bump it up a little bit because it helps the videos stay sometimes under 30 seconds or sometimes under 15 seconds, and that just tends to help the engagement. The short form content audience it's like trying to get a chipmunk to pay attention to you. So, Rogue Necro with 12 months, thank you so much. He says 1 year hype. That is an entire year. Welcome back, Rogue Necro. And then 13 months for Storm, and that's a VIP plus. Welcome back. If you guys are watching over here on the talk, or if you're watching over here on YouTube, make sure you're smashing the like. Make sure you're doing all of the things. And I'm going to pull open my mail. I can't see it on my phone. I'm going to pull open my mail, and we're going to see if we have any coffee orders today. No new coffee orders just yet. 8 months from Sichuan on YouTube, renewing that membership. Thank you so much for doing that. If you guys are enjoying the broadcast, I want to hear from you. What do you think Sony needs to do in 2023? I walked through a list of about 5 things. Hey, our short took off like a rocket this morning, finally. My 5 things: ramp up PS5 production. They've really got to get those things in circulation. I want to see some of these live service games. I think Sony needs to prove they can do live service beyond Gran Turismo. I think they also need to get some of their games on PC. We want to see Returnal. We know it's coming. I want to see Ghost of Tsushima. I really, really want to see Bloodborne on PC finally happen. 16 months from English O. Thank you so much. Here's to a prosperous new year. Thank you guys so much for an amazing 2022. Really cementing the Reforge brand on YouTube. I believe that we have done that. Thank you so much. Hit that like button, says Raijin, and he's got a 15-month renewal at a VIP membership. Thank you. Yo, good morning, and now your mama knows. I am excellent, man. Just took a sip of that Frickmas roast, that Reforge roast coffee. We do have our own coffee. You're watching Reforge Gaming, and we do have our own coffee. Be sure to check it out. That's not a sponsor. It's mine. Dwayne Foy with a brand new membership says, hello, Reforge. It's been a while. Been busy with work. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you so much for coming back in, Dwayne. Sony does suck. Now, PlayStation, I will not say the same about. Yeah. Somebody coming in trying to get some low-level bait there. Gonna need a short of the countdown for New Year's tomorrow. That's pretty good. Angry Pete coming in with a 15-month membership renewal. Great 2022. Here's to more great content in 2023. Thank you, Angry Pete. You guys can help us ring in the new year with members, with likes, with follows. I don't know if anybody has done the join thing over on Talk. Is it working? I pushed it all through. You should be able to get a joystick badge next to your name and emojis over here. I turned that on this morning. They've been crutching COD for far too long, says Dark Taco. I don't even know if they can make an FPS game because so many of those devs left. Literally so much good talent from Guerrilla left for Respawn and more. Doing anything for New Year's? I will be doing a members-only stream this evening with my wife. I don't think we'll really do anything for New Year's. We'll probably just play some games and drink and hang out with y'all. We would love to see more of the membership show up on Friday nights. That's one of my questions to my partner manager is, are we getting a good ratio of engagement on our members-only content? We have like 2,200 members, and I'm worried that a lot of those new members are not seeing the members' content because I don't ever see like an engagement uptick when we get a bunch of new members. It's just the core members are always showing up. You know, we want those new folks to enjoy all the fun that we have when we take the lunch break every day, when we hang out with Madam, my wife, on Friday nights. So, Angry Pete with 15 months. I think I might have already called that one out. Welcome back, Angry Pete. And then K. Billy jumping back in with his Reforge member VIP. Thank you so much. Derek says, the final UI on the PS3 and the 4 were good for me. The PS5 seems clunky and unfamiliar still. How long did it take to get wallpaper themes on the older systems? 2 years seems excessive. I don't understand why we would lose features when we upgrade. That doesn't make any sense to me, right? Hey, our first subscriber, M. Baker, our first subscriber over on the Talk. I wanted to see who my first 10 subscribers would be, and we just got one. Thank you, M. Baker. And oh no, we got a platform contest now going. K. Billy's like, oh, you got a membership over there on that channel. Somebody subscribed on the Talk. Well, I'm gonna gift 10. He takes us to 16 members on the day. Oh, my good friend, the always so lovely Mama Rad hitting 15 months. Lono, he didn't. Oh, what a segment that could have been. Welcome back, Rad. I appreciate you very, very much. We got Lawrence Wolf, Greg Brimstone, Justin Kidder, the Italian, Alex Lazo, Rhino Gaming, Jason Pryor, and where's the other 3? Come on, if you're in the chat right now on YouTube, man, claim those memberships. Looks like a cool show. Thank you. It's a very interactive talk show about gaming. We're talking about what PlayStation needs to do in 2023. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas, my dude. Much love. Thank you, Rad. I appreciate that. Didn't get a Christmas card from you. I'm just kidding. I don't think we've ever done Christmas cards. Didn't get any Christmas pictures of the babe, you know. I think I was promised pictures. I don't think you promised, but well, you did promise pictures that I never received, but at least I've gotten plenty of pictures of the cute bebe. I'm kind of used to the new system having a lacking UI by comparison to the previous system out of the gate. Nintendo does that. PS4 was like that at first. I just feel like 2 years is way too long. Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all. It's like, I mean, I guess I could see the PS5 launching with less features in its UI, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, yo, what in the world? Why? I don't know. The talk streams are a calculated decision that's going to pull off, getting good traction. Yeah, I mean, we got about 10 people hanging out over there. We got one new subscriber today, one paying subscriber. Make sure you guys are following and smashing the screen with likes. Share it as well. Hit that little share button down in the corner. And join the conversation. What do you think PlayStation needs to do in 2023? YouTube, same to you. Discord, what do they need to do? What do they need to do in 2023? D-Tom says, what are the new IPs for 2023? You can replace the PS5 controller and make it last longer. That would be nice. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at him sitting there next to that menorah. What a good little babes. What a good little babes there. Thank you. I appreciate that. Also this, it's that is. Those pics I owe you. Yeah. They look great. You look great. The babe looks so amazing. He looks like he's having a blast. What's he laughing at, right? What's he laughing at? That's the real question. Who told him a joke? UK Stobbs coming in with 20 months. Tell us about your audio setup. This is a Shure SM7B going through a cloud lifter, going through a Focusrite preamp. And actually, no, I'm sorry. It goes through a Yamaha mixer, then a preamp, then to my computer. You guys are coming right off the mixer over there on talk. So that's why it sounds so good. Are you still gifting each 25? I am. I'm still doing that. Yep. Yeah, so we're at 16. Every 25, I have to gift 5. So when we hit 25, when we hit 50, I pay it forward back to the community and give you guys that love. Do you think aim assist is too strong? Well, you'd have to be specific about which game you're asking. That's definitely an issue. Okay, Billy is coming in and helping us hit 26 over 25. The absolute best. Thank you so much. And Gorthisis with a $5 tip through Super Chat. And is YouTube doing that thing where gifted members don't get claimed? Are they doing that again? Come on. The last he had 3 that didn't get claimed, and now we just have 10 sitting there. You guys have got to allow gifts or toggle it. There's no way we don't have people right now that can't claim these gifts. Use the link in chat to allow gifts. Please. Man. That is that's frustrating. We've had this happen before. I think PlayStation needs to work on not being obstructive standard consumer. There they go. Standard consumer beneficial practices like cross-save and cross-play in games to work a little bit more on their subservice. And they're off. There go all the memberships. Jay Cashin, Manalo, War Doctor, I'm Nothing, Tim Hicks, Patrick Blanker, Matthew Hawkins, Renzo, Drewston, John, and there's the ones that didn't get claimed, Michael and Yania. There we go. There they all go. I was like, oh, can we not do this again? And our first order of coffee goes to Kale. 2 bags of the light roast. Thank you so much, Kale. Welcome back in to Reforge Roast. We want to make sure you guys keep your coffee stocked. So use reforgeroast.com and make sure you're getting those orders in. We ship out very, very fast. Here's the 5 memberships I owe YouTube. There you go. This is the way I pay it forward. I do this every 25 members. And I'll give you guys a member count in a little bit. We might be close to 2,300. JW said, so glad I bought the collector's edition of Ragnarok. Got that awesome PS4 theme for my PS5. Here, let me turn on the scene switcher so you guys can see. There it is. There's the rest of the studio. Oh, I didn't switch the Lego thing today. Yeah, I'm using the Ragnarok collector's thing there, and I got the hammer in the back. There go my 5. J Money, Raz Sizer, The Archon, Headhunter, and M Jaw Bacon. There we go. Do gifted memberships go out randomly, or do you choose who gets them? They go out randomly. It's according to loyalty. Wolfie, you're here all the time and talking all the time. Did you click on the allow gifts link that I put in chat like moments ago? If you guys are just tuning in, we are discussing what PlayStation needs to do in 2023. I want to know what you think. I have a list of 5 things I can give you that I think they really need to focus on in 2023. And we have 2,288. We are 12 members away from hitting 20,000 300. 2,500 is the next big milestone. If we hit 2,500, my wife and I have to do like a triple header horror weekend. I don't even know what we're going to talk. There we go. Why is that emote deleting my text? If you tab to that emote, Rad, you have to type it out. You have to type it out manually like Lono Lude. I don't understand. It's so weird. If you type Lono L-E-W or whatever and you hit tab to autocomplete, it'll delete your whole message. You have to manually type out Lono Lude. I don't think what you were saying was too lewd. I doubt that's it's a glitch with the emote. Hey, 5 gifted members from Terminal Stupidity, taking us to 31 members on the day on YouTube. And we do have subscriptions live over here on Talk. We've already got 1. You can be my first 10. And a Russian name that I cannot read. Vibes, Captain Grease, Lucas Hobbs, and M. Fikrarian. I'm not sure how to say that. Welcome in, getting us a little bit closer to the next big milestone. Thank you so much. Spamming the coffee emotes too. Thank you, Hemi G. UK Stop says Sony just needs to carry on with what they are doing. PlayStation already surpasses Game Pass. I have to turn... Oh, I already have alerts turned off. Risick, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, UK Stops, for your input. Games like Ghost, DC Stray, Returnal, Spidey. Yeah. I agree with you. I cannot read all 50 of these names. If you are in the chat right now, you may have just gotten a gifted membership from Risick. That takes us to 81 on the day. That means I owe you 10. This man just did 2 of the 25 bombs combined into 1, dropping a 50 bomb on chat. If you just got a membership, if you're in chat and you're like, what in the world just happened? I watch this channel every once in a while, or I watch this channel every single day. Wolfie still hasn't got one. Come on, we got to get one to Wolfie here. You're invited if you're now a member. You are invited to my members-only Discord. You're also invited to members-only streams. We do one every day in the middle of the day when I take a break to have my lunch, but we also do one on Friday night, and that is with my wife. So tonight we'll be playing some games and hanging out. That is on YouTube. We don't do those on the Talk. If you like watching streams over there, make sure and check me out on YouTube, Reforge Gaming. Did Wolfie get one? I don't think he did. That 50 bomb, he somehow dodged the 50 bomb. Eugene says, Discord integration ASAP and announcements regarding factions are my biggest wants. Right. I think the Discord integration is supposedly coming in the first quarter of next year. Bob Respawn says, more games coming to PC. I agree with you. I think they need to see more games coming to PC. We are at 2,338 members. Now setting our sights on that 2,400, man. Holy moly, Risick. Just dropping absolute bombs on the chat as well. Wolfie says, I have rotten luck. Wolfie, I would toggle it off and back all the way out and then go back in and toggle it on. Guys, if you're new or you're just tuning in for this morning, join in the conversation. Smash that like button. The Talk is crushing you guys with over 2,000 likes. They can just keep smashing the screen, so keep doing that. You guys need to hit that thumbs up button on YouTube, man. We are slacking. We should have 200 likes right now. Why are they taking so long with Discord? I'm not really sure what the reasoning is behind it not being fully integrated yet. I really don't know. They haven't necessarily indicated why. They just haven't. It's one of those things where I think you have to ask the question, number one, what exactly needs to happen, right? Do they need to launch an app? Are they trying to make it more native? Are they trying to make it something that you can, see when you're in the Discord app as well? Here, I owe you guys 10 memberships, thanks to Risick. Here comes my 10. Wheezy says, just give me a reason to turn on the PS5 now to beat God of War Ragnarok. That's pretty much it for me. Yeah, I said that they need better PS5 distribution, but I also said I think they need to launch some of their live service games. They do. They really, really do. Yo, Randall, Garrett, Vixie Geo, Tim B, Thunder Yuri, and YOLO. And there's Boobs of Macat, okay, Zenetsu, Chris Pete, Rich FPS. Every 25 members, I got a gift my own, and so I owed you guys 10. Hang on, I need to reset this. I need to do that, and then I need to do this. There, that'll reset the alerts. If you guys do it now, it'll hit the alerts. Can you post the allow gift and link? Yeah, it's just exclamation point allow gifts, and then click on that link. So if you guys are just tuning in, let me give you my 5 things they need to do. I want to hear from you. It probably takes longer to program to work with PlayStation consoles, says Solemn. Discord already works well with Microsoft's operating system and software, which is likely why Xbox got it first. What is a live game? Okay, good question over here on the talk. A live service game is an ongoing game format, something like Destiny, Diablo 3, Elder Scrolls Online, even what No Man's Sky is now doing with its expeditions. It's a live service game. They're servicing it, they're supporting it ongoing. Sony has said that they want to have PlayStation live service games. They want to have 12 by 2026. Okay, that's roughly 4 every year if they space them out evenly. We're apparently supposed to have 2 by the end of March of 2023. That's the end of the fiscal year. Would Division count? Yes. The Division 2 right now would be considered an ongoing live service game. They're doing updates, yes. We obviously hope to see a more successful or, better Division game going forward. I think Divisions continue to struggle, but I do think the Division, yes, that would count. Ongoing live service looter shooter, min-maxing. It's a min-maxing game, but it's live service because they're continuing to add to the experience and support it. P. Dudley with half a year of support. PS Plus Premium needs better. PS1, PS2, PS3 games, they are definitely slacking on the premium tier. Well, one of my points, P. Dudley, was they really need to increase the value of PS Plus. It needs to be clearer what you're getting. I think the UI needs to be significantly better. I don't like how PS Plus looks right now, and I'm on premium. I'm on the premium tier, and I'm like, this is friggin' ugly. Like, I can't find anything. It's not clear what I'm getting. Do you know what I'm saying? It just does not seem like a very good interface. It also doesn't seem super clear, like, what I'm getting. Am I getting a lot of value or not, right? We currently have, this is funny, 343, 2,343 members. 2,343. Maybe if there was 2 343s, they could launch a good Halo. PlayStation owns Bungie now, so they have one of the top tier live service games. Well, yes and no, Numblock. Yes and no. They don't really own Destiny. Destiny will continue being a multi-platform game. Bungie games will continue being multi-platform. But what they do have is Bungie's expertise. So Bungie's expertise, they're going to help Sony start a live service sort of center or something. That's what they called it. And Bungie's going to lend them their expertise for the forming and the creation of live service games. Solemn says, I think PlayStation needs to work on not being obstructive towards standard consumer beneficial practices like cross-save, holding cross-platform profiles hostage to PlayStation, and cross-play in games, and work a little bit more on their subservice. So I already read that, but the reason I want to reread that is they really, really need to do that for their live service games. Now, one of my more controversial points, what might be controversial, I don't know, in my show open was we have got to see their live service games land everywhere, right? This guy said, stop enjoying your morning. I refuse. You can't hurt me. You can't stop me from having a good day. And Eknor is going to add to the pile. Eknor is going to add to the pile. He's like, we can't have 2,343. We got to get rid of that 343. Taking us to 86 members on the day. Garrett, Tiger Mackerel, Matt P, Archer Kogan, and Curious. You guys all got memberships, okay? If you got a membership today, 86 people got a membership on YouTube. You really need to get into our members-only Discord. You will miss out on members-only content if you don't do that. YouTube does not put members-only content in front of you. I do everything I can to put it on your radar and ping you. We will be doing a members-only stream tonight with my wife. Gonna be a blast. You're not gonna want to miss it. You're gonna want to be there. PS Plus and the store menus on the PS5 drive me nuts, says Derek. I get trying to upsell me, but man, it's annoying to have to stumble around trying just to see what is available to me on the tier I'm on. Do you want to know what they don't even do that doesn't make any sense to me? If a game has a demo, they don't really promote it to you. You can go to a game right now that has a demo, and they don't tell you about it. They don't tell you about it. You've got to click the 3 dots and then go to the demo. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's Friday, man, says Solemn. The only way you aren't going to have a good day is if some serious stuff's going on in your life, or if the job you work for doesn't let you have weekends off. That's right. That's right. We're having a good day. We're getting coffee orders. We're getting memberships. We've only got one coffee order of the day. Who wants to be the next coffee order? That's effed up. I don't understand why you wouldn't promote a demo. Like, why wouldn't you promote the Forspoken demo? Do you not want people playing it? Like, I don't get it. That is true, Eric Hayes. That is true. They do now have a section for demos. Numlock says both consoles have terrible UIs. Now that's where I disagree. I think the Xbox UI is wonderful. I think it's simple, right? I think it's simple. I think it's fun. I think it does the job, you know? I really, really enjoyed. I also think it's really, really, really easy to navigate to Game Pass. Hey, we just got 3,000 likes over on the talk. YouTube, you're slacking. We need 200 likes on the video. My man T-Bone coming in. T-Bone's always so generous. 96 members on the day. He's dropping a 10 bomb on chat. Why is Wolfie not a member yet? What is going on? Sammy Elway, Din, Jacob, Boogeyman, Uncle Ebenezer, Void, Sky Bleezus, Clone, and Scooby on Crack. Okay, that's a name. And Shivam. Do it, Wheezy. What's the Halo Infinite drops have closed? We need to get Wolfie. I know. We're trying to call our shots over here. By the way, thanks for all the likes over here on Talk. You can join. You can become a paying sub over here now. You get a little joystick next to your name and some emojis that you can use. So thanks for being here. Same goes for all of you fine folks on YouTube. Agree to disagree. I feel the Xbox interface is more of an ad. You know, I'm not going to disagree with that part, though, Numlock. I do sometimes feel like whenever I open up that first page on my Xbox, it does feel like a lot of almost like advertisement-laden stuff. It's more about the fact that navigating it is so easy and simplistic. I love it. I get to where I want to go. It's nice and fast, you know? That's why I like it. I get what you're saying, but I think navigating it is better, right? Emojis work, y'all join up. M. Baker, can we see some of them? Like, you've got the sub, you got the joystick next to your name. Look at that over on the talk. I can't upload my own. Yo, T-Bone says, we gotta have over 100. That means I owe you guys 5. That takes us to 101 members already. Hey, there they are. Yo, look at those, bro. Those look so good. Oh, you did show them? I'm sorry, I missed it, M. Baker. It must have got shoved out. What, if anything, is currently preventing you from finishing the game? Halo Infinite's crap. I'm not playing that. I don't even have it installed. Hey, there goes the 5 from T-Bone. It went to Grover Monster, Michael, God, JL, Limon Hope, and Bish, that just a gibberish name, I'm not sure. How is Wolfie not getting one? I don't understand, right? Your request has been updated to add additional comments. We're very sorry to learn your experience issue path. We'd like a screenshot of the error. Have a great day. Why is that my avatar on your page? What the frick? All right, hang on a second. Let me see if I can get Wolfie. It might be because this is a brand account. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, yeah, you can't get gifteds on a brand account. This guy on Talk says, just call me Baker. Okay, Baker. You don't have to say my whole username. Do you think PlayStation will have a PC equivalent to Game Pass for PS exclusives? No. I don't think so. I think that's a great question, but I don't think so. I think they're happy to have a very lucrative and very successful storefront on Steam, and that's all they want. That's all they really need, right? Yeah, you got to get off that brand account, Wolfie. Get on a normal account, and then you'll get one. I don't know why branded accounts can't get them. PS Plus is available on PC. Well, yeah, PS Plus is available on PC, but like he's talking about an actual equivalent. You know what I'm saying? All right, here comes my 5 gifted members. You guys are making me do it a lot today with already 101 members. I gift 5 every 25. Thank you, Wheezy, for that suggestion. That has been such a fun thing to do. Dallas Panel, OK, Arif, Tubby Master, and Jay Shabu. You guys are all now invited to members-only streams. I can't stress this enough. We got 101 new members. You guys got to get into our members-only Discord. You got to. You won't see all of the content if you don't. We are at 2,368 members. We are nearing 2,400. 2,500 is in sight. You'll get that triple header horror weekend, right? You unlocked the Star Wars watch party. We'll do that on YouTube sometime on January on a Saturday. That was for 2,000 members. 2,500, and we'll do a triple header horror weekend with Until Dawn, and then at 3,000, I have to do another Just Dance stream. I don't want to do a Just Dance stream, so I would appreciate if you guys stopped gifting at that point. I don't want to. 2,500, here he comes, says Sorcerer. Wolfie Greymane says, fingers crossed. We'll get you. We'll get you, my man. Halo runs so poor on the PC, it's embarrassing. Yo, thank you, Numlock, for sending some GGs over here on the talk. If anybody has sent me any gifts over here and I've missed them, man, call me out about that. I'm kind of new to being live over here, and I want to give you guys love when you give me love. So thank you very much. So many likes. 3,000, over 3,000 likes now. We need 33 more likes on YouTube. YouTube's getting kind of beat up by the talk today in the like department. You know? High on Life is so good. It really was. It really was a good game. It got well reviewed by the community. Let's see. So basically, let's do a little bit of a recap. For those of you that may have just gotten here. PlayStation in 2023. What do they need to do? Okay. Number 1, I think they need to ramp up PS5 saturation. Number 2, they got to launch some of these live service games. They don't just need to launch them, they need to prove that they can do live service with more than just Gran Turismo. I don't think Gran Turismo really proves that much. I said Grand Turismo. It's just Gran Turismo. Number 3, we need games on PC. Like, we need to see that presence continue to grow. Returnal, we know, is coming. I think Ghost of Tsushima needs to happen. I think we also need to see Bloodborne finally happen on PC. I think Bloodborne PC release needs to happen. Sony, make it happen, okay? I think number 4, they got to revamp their UI, right? They got to revamp their UI. It looks bad. I don't think it's very, very good. It's clunky. Feels super dated. It's lacking features, right? I also think they have to change PS Plus. I think they need to cement the quality of PS Plus. It needs to look better. It needs to be better. You need to feel like you're getting way more for your money's worth out of it. Ghost on PC will be a day one purchase, says Numlock. Yeah. I kind of want it to be on PC because I want to play it again. I want to show it to you guys. It's like one of my favorite games. You know, I've not pre-ordered Hogwarts, no. You should absolutely promote PlayStation first-party game demos, easy advertising to help keep the game in the public's eye and promote sales. Yeah, that's a conundrum. That's a weird one for me. Why are they not being more, forward-thinking in promoting their demos on their platform? I don't necessarily understand that. Oh, this is something, I want to get your guys' opinion on this, okay? With the 12 live service games, there's supposed to be 12... Sony live service games by the end of by 2026, okay? Spacing them out, whatever. What do you think about my opinion that the PlayStation live service games need to release everywhere? I think a lot of people think that it's just going to be PC and PlayStation. Right? It's just going to be PC and PlayStation. I think a lot of people think that. Leaked images show a Zelda Tears of the Sun OLED Switch. So that's just a different screen, right? That thing doesn't perform any better. Like, it's not stronger, more memory or anything. for a live service game, says Wheezy, I think it needs to release everywhere. That's what I think. I think a lot of people think it's just going to be PlayStation and PC. Yo, a $20 tip from a man Dark Taco. Sound Turnip and I have been discussing. PlayStation needs to foster a better sense of community. You can't find people to play with unless you're a friend. Xbox has a full-fledged community systems with LFG, etc. I agree with you. I think that's part of the UI overhaul, Dark Taco. I don't think it's very straightforward. I think it's clunky and dumb. The other day, people were sending me friend requests, and I didn't know where to go find them. They did the whole Destiny raid adjacent thing with Ghost of Tsushima, right? Raid adjacent thing? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Tsushima did Legends, and then there were like co-op missions in there and stuff. I don't think there was anything like a raid. If you're just tuning in, we are talking about PlayStation in 2023 and what they need to do. I'm throwing out some things I think they need to do. One of the things I've been saying, we got to see those live service games. Not only do we got to see those live service games, they got to prove that they can do the live service games. Venturius says, what up? What up? I want to hear from you. What does Sony need to do in 2023? I think the Bungie purchase suggests cross-platform, says Zubair. I tend to agree with that. I don't think that's like the strongest argument, but I do think it's slightly convincing. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing that name in chat. Sound Turnip? Send me a PS5. I can't do that, Rad. I can't do that. No, I don't have the ability to do that. Live service needs to be everywhere, says Bob Respawns, and it makes so much more sense with the consoles having Discord integration. No, that's a good point. That's a very good point, Bob. That's what PlayStation needs to do. I mean, maybe you can tweet at them, you know? Tweet at them and show them how cute your kiddo is. Maybe they'll take that as payment. Yeah, I don't know. Live service should launch everywhere with crossplay. Oh, I don't think crossplay is off the table. If it launches on PlayStation and PC, it will have to have crossplay. I don't think your live service game can get off the ground. This guy Rich, send me a Gibson guitar. I'm not rich. No. It would be wild to see a Sony game on a Nintendo or an Xbox, like straight wild. Like when we first saw Sonic on Nintendo, people forgot how strange that was at first. Actually, I'm starting a new job, way more money, so I could just buy one, but that's less fun. Well, good for you. Good for you, Mama Rad. Let's see. I wonder if Sony Ben's new game is for 2024. I mean, I don't actually think it would be that wild, Derek, for PlayStation live service games to end up on Xbox. It would only be wild if they were mainstay games, right? Like, let's take this Horizon Forbidden West multiplayer game that they're hiring for. That would be weird. That's like a first-party piece of property. I think newer live service games that are brand new IPs that we've never heard of, you know, let's say there's some game that's coming out called Kingdom Conquest, and, you know, you and your friends can run around live service and do dungeon crawling and fight bosses and stuff. Well, Kingdom Conquest being everywhere wouldn't be a big deal. No one would be like, "Oh, that's a PlayStation title." But you suddenly see like Kratos or Aloy or somebody on Xbox, then that would be an issue. Chat seems super active today. Chat's popping off, man. 101 gifted members, you know. We listen, don't sit around and wait for a gifted. I want to see folks join on their own. If you've never done a membership on YouTube before, man, smack that join button. It's $5. It gets you into a member stream every single day. It gets you into our members only Discord. You know, join our community, get committed, get involved, do your own membership, push this number without waiting for those gifteds. I want to see it. A $5 tip from Ahmed. Happy New Year in advance. Thank you, Ahmed. I appreciate that. I wonder if the Bungie game being worked on is going to be exclusive or multi-plat. It will be multi-plat. In the announcement of the Sony Bungie deal, they said that all future Bungie titles would be multi-platform. Bungie was not about to come under Sony ownership and shrink their footprint of games. I thought the Horizon thing was an MMO. Oh, here's a thing, Numlock. There's a Horizon MMO being built by NSoft. Then Guerrilla publicly announced and they're hiring for a Horizon multiplayer game. And they said they will continue to deliver solo adventures with Aloy. I think that's basically DLC and a third game. I think there'll be a third Horizon game with Aloy. But I think Guerrilla is building a separate multiplayer game. It's going to be a co-op thing, they said. Co-op experience. I don't think that's the MMO that NSoft is building. I think they're separate games. I think the MMO is different. And if you look at the job descriptions for the multiplayer Horizon game, it doesn't sound like they're describing an MMO. Sony give their fan base what they want. It wants banging games. Well, I don't think that one needs to be stated, but we can state that one. Yes, PlayStation in 2023 needs to continue to deliver great games, for sure. Yeah, Numlock, we covered that here on Reforge Gaming. So now that I'm going to be streaming more often here on the talk, you'll hear those types of news announcements. Almost 400 viewers here on YouTube. You guys are amazing. We just need a couple more likes on the vid to hit that 200 milestone. We're hitting milestones with members. We're having a great day. I want to hear from you. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you haven't already, I want to hear from you. Why, oh why? Or no, I'm sorry, not why. What do you think they need to do in 2023? What angst? Who has angst? Someone needs to break the angst. Sony putting live service on Xbox would be a great start to show the way to go. Yeah, what angst are you talking about? Like the companies working together? I think a showcase would really get fans pumped. Right, there was no annual PlayStation showcase. That was really disappointing and really frustrating. I was pretty irritated by that. We were supposed to get a big PlayStation showcase, and we just didn't get it. Nothing happened. I don't know why. I can't make heads or tails of it. I think they need to start releasing their top-performing PS4 catalog to PC, not just a select few. Start releasing all their top PS4 catalog to PC, not just a select few. Yeah, I wonder what the bandwidth would be there, Creature. Especially if they're older games. Would it even be worth it? Who's going to do that? Who's going to port those games to PC? You know what I'm saying? Like you're saying top performing, but once you get so many years out, would it be as strong? They made it very clear Bungie was under SIE and not under PlayStation. Yeah. Bungie's under SIE. They're helping them with live service. They're not going to be doing like a we're going to make games for PlayStation. That's not a thing. Yo, Daniel Aviation, welcome back in to Reforge membership, man. That's a member plus. You the best. Thank you so much for doing that. Immortal Turtle says, I could see Sony keeping their live service games to PC PS5. Look at what they did with SF5. Yes, it's not a live service since Street Fighter 6 is coming out. They had the game on both with full cross-play support, so it wouldn't surprise me as much if they kind of overlook the Xbox machine. Listen, you could make a really good argument that Sony PlayStation live service games can skip the Xbox. You could. I think you could make a really good argument. They don't have great console saturation, so what's the point? Why will we waste time building a version for that platform? Why will we waste time building crossplay with that platform? Why? PC's massive and the PlayStation saturation's huge. And I got news for you. The PlayStation live service games, they're going to be on PS4 and PS5. They'll be cross-generationally supported. That's an enormous potential footprint for your player base. You know what I mean? Chill dudes, just video games. Oh, I'm a PlayStation fan. I'm not even a hardcore PlayStation fan, but I will flip my crap if PlayStation puts their games on Xbox. Imagine, hang on a second. Imagine what the rest of the community is going to do. Yeah, but why would you care? PlayStation should make a Warhawk live service game. Is Warhawk what is that? Is that a fighter pilot game? Sony in 2023 should make separate multiplayer trophy lists from single player because you can't get the platinum trophy. I don't think that's like a front burner issue. Yo, what's good, Captain Steve? What PSN needs to do is remove all the shite games made in 5 minutes. The pervy card games, the jumping hot dog, lady with a gun and a leotard, Stoke the tortoise, and all the rest of that crap. Is there a lot of shovelware like that on PlayStation? I think the storefront and the UI is terrible, you know? Guys, our man Wolfie Greymane switched off of a branded account because he wanted to get a membership. Somebody help out. Somebody help out our man Wolfie. Come on. So many Sony-only players would cry if they shared their live service. Listen, I got to say something to those people, right? If you're a PlayStation fan and you'd get really angry if PlayStation Live service games landed on Xbox, then I don't feel like you're a PlayStation fan. I feel like you're an anti-Xbox fan, and there's a big difference. I do. I mean that. I think there's a big difference between the two. I want anything Sony builds to be super successful because that means they're going to keep building awesome stuff. I feel the exact same way about Microsoft. I want the stuff that Microsoft builds to be super successful. I do. Like, I think you could argue that putting live service games on Xbox wouldn't be worth the effort because it's a smaller footprint and that's a lot of work. But I just don't agree with that. That was the land and air shooter that came out with the PS3. Oh, I don't think I ever played that one. Yeah, I never played that one. Sony needs to bring back the old legendary IP Killzone Resistance. That maybe. They make so much money with COD. I just don't know. Detective C's with the 9-month membership milestone. Sony needs to create a new SOCOM, and that's all. That's all I want. Yeah, Creature's continuing. Every time there's a story that includes Sony, he's combing over every square inch of the article looking for breadcrumbs of SOCOM. He's like, this could be SOCOM. I'm like, Creature, come on, man. He's like, this could be SOCOM. This could be SOCOM. He really wants SOCOM. Captain Steve says, there really is a load of crack games on PSN. Hit PS5 games and you get games that would be an embarrassment on mobile. I wonder if that's an Asian culture thing, Captain Steve. Like, do you think those games do well in the Asian market, so that's why they're on there? You know? Like, are they more open to doing that sort of thing? Maybe they would put live service on Xbox if Xbox could sell more than 35 consoles a week in Japan. Oh, come on! Come on, that's mean. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about PlayStation in 2023 and what I think they need to do. I listed out 5 things that I think they need to do. My second live show today will be the top 10 games of 2023 to pay attention to and a very long list of honorable mentions. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're subscribed, and that way you don't miss our content. You don't miss where we go. We're about to hit a nice milestone of subscribers. We're about to hit a nice milestone of members. You guys have been just absolutely cracking off the support. I greatly appreciate it. We are 32 members away from 2,400 members. That's amazing. I'm 100% with Creature. I love SOCOM. The original Warhawk on PlayStation 1 was great. It had FMV cutscenes that were pretty funny, and the different text endings had some hilarious stories. Creature reading those press releases. Y'all got any more of that SOCOM? Oh, that's him. That's him. Killzone X Tarkov. I want to order your coffee blend. Well, if you want to check out our coffee, this bag was supposed to be black, so the printer, they made it right. But I sign these. You get a limited edition holiday bag. The white's kind of growing on us, so we'll switch the print next time to have a whole lot more black. But Reforge Roast is our coffee. We have a light roast, a dark roast, and this is our holiday blend. So check out reforgeroast.com or the coffee command in chat. If you're a coffee drinker and you've never tried coffee with balanced acidity before, you need to try ours out. I think the white for holiday is nice. Yeah, it actually is growing on us. We would just obviously change the print because we had all of the artwork set up for black bags. So yeah, we'll rectify that next time. The light bags. The light roast and the dark roast bags in 2023 will be upgraded to those bags as well. So thank you guys so much for the support. Coffee's the first thing I make when I get up. People in chat can tell you how good it is. There are people that this is all they drink now. The balanced acidity just makes it so smooth, no bitterness. It's excellent coffee. If you want to try out coffee for the first time ever in your life, our light roast is the one. Only in U.S. We ship outside the U.S., but it gets expensive, and if your country's not listed, we can rectify that. We can't control shipping rates. I don't know if Xbox or PS5. My neighbor does. Oh, you don't own either. And I've had the chance to mess around with the UIs, and I'll back you on the fact that the Xbox UI feels more user-friendly than the PS5. The PlayStation 5 UI is just, it's awful. I think the Xbox UI is miles ahead. And it's not surprising. I mean, Microsoft's in that, they're in that area. You know what I'm saying? You're saying she's a schedule manager? You could, Rad. It doesn't matter, or you could just talk to me. It's a short trip. It's a short trip, so it would have to be, yeah. Just talk to me. Talk to me. You and I could figure it out, Rad. A good friend works for the Cleveland PD, and he got his precinct hooked on the dark roast. He did? No way. Tattoos, get them to order. That's awesome. That's awesome. We can connect later. Yeah. PS Store and the UI needs a radical overhaul. It's just super hard to find anything. Cleveland, stand up. Yeah, if you can. If it's not too cold, Cleveland. All right, here we go. All right, Just Blaze. We're trying to put those good vibes out there for Wolfie. Come on, Wolfie. We got to get Wolfie a membership. I'm putting those good vibes out there. I'm like the ASMR talk streamers, right? Come on. Brett's got 1 of the 10 from Just Blaze. Electro, Ken Jack Ben, Mitch Beast, Nacho, Steven Estes, Stop Wolf, Binary Oni, ZK Gaming, and Mike Medina. Here's the problem. Wolfie, your new account needs to get like... you need to get like the loyalty stats up, right? Because you just made it. So we'll, yeah, I don't know. I'm here every day. I can be patient. That's true. He is here every day. I want it to come from me. B-Mac says Cleveland, and then he retracts it. That sounds about right. It's not a new account. It's my old account. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now B-Mac's doing the salute for Cleveland. Yeah. If you guys can go outside, I don't know if that lake effect snow is keeping you, inside. When that lake freezes, man, I know the coyotes and things and wolves come over. Yeah, it's just a wonderful place to live. I'm originally from Canton, Ohio, so I can make fun of the northern Ohioans and their just awful, terrible weather and our truly horrible sports programs. Hey, I'm going to be the one to say it. Metal Gear Solid Remake and exclusive to PlayStation is what I think PlayStation should announce. Blue Point Remake. I could see that. I am really going to keep banging on the drum of the live service games. I want to see the PlayStation live service games be very, very successful. I do. They've got to nail those games. And I'll be honest, I'm a little biased. Like, I like covering live service games. I need some live service games to play and commit to and build community with you guys and put out the videos. So thank you guys so much for being here today. What a stellar start. We've been streaming for 1 hour. 1 hour. If you have not yet smashed that thumbs up button, do it. Hitting like is free, and it helps the video get discovered by more people. Hit subscribe and talk in my chat. I want to hear from you. What does PlayStation need to do in 2023? Not Blue Point, another studio? Is it being worked on? I hate that when I play on the PlayStation, most times it's just a single-player game. Gaming is social. Somebody brought up under the topic of PlayStation's UI. Yeah, somebody brought that up. They said that it needs to be better, right? Captain Steve with a 5 spot. If you could share your PC screen, search on YouTube, Stroke the Snake, like a trophy hunter game sucks. Sony needs to ban these. I don't want to show it. It's literally called Stroke the Snake. Is this gonna mess up my search results from here on out? Right? It's a 5-minute plat. Stroke the Snake, quick trophy guide, quick 5-minute platinum. Is this your alt channel? Steve, are you trying to promote your alt YouTube channel? Is that what this is? Come on, man. Self-promotion, you're so far above that. You're so far above that. Come on, Steve, out here promoting his Stroke the Snake content. This guy has no shame. It's unbelievable. 200 strokes, 225 strokes. This is a game, chat. It sounds pervy, but it's not pervy at all. Look at it go. Look at the stroke count go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, this is a live stream shoutcast of Stroke the Snake, the fastest platinum rewards you can get on the PlayStation 5 platform. Coming in at 500 strokes right now, zeroing in on that 600 any second now. You're seeing those achievements up in the corner. They're just popping up like mad. This is a true barn burner. Look at the snake blinking with every single stroke. 700 strokes now, 1,000 within reach. In any moment, you're going to see the absolute platinum of this game. This is a true generational defining game. Elden Ring, eat your heart out as we close this chapter with Stroke the Snake. For whatever reason, it jumped to 1900. I have no idea why. This game is truly remarkable. 2,000 strokes. I did it. I actually timed that. I didn't know it was going to end at 2,000 strokes. I didn't know that. Anyway, thanks for that, Steve. Hey, we got some more gifted members. We got some more. Give me some members for that shoutcast to Stroke the Snake. Hey, Quintar gifting 5, and Wolfie Greymane gets 1. William Moody, Justin, Terry, Daryl, Williams, and Vorian, my man Vorian, getting back in the mix, taking us to 116. Well, that's not it. 116 members on the day. Wolfie, get in the Discord, get in the members-only content you demand. That's a game. There's Stroke the Hamster, Stroke the Tortoise, Spider, loads of them. Awesome. It's truly amazing. Truly amazing. PlayStation sent a letter out to developers letting them know that shovelware, trophy farming games, reskin games, and not actually a game games are going to be delisted and removed. Wait, Dave, is that an official thing or are you just joking around? Crazy Friday? Absolutely bonkers Crazy Friday. That's what we do here at Reforge Gaming though, man. Seriously. You guys are making it for a great end of the year here. Oh, it's official. That's real. Okay. Captain Steve, you did it. We did it. We did it. We got rid of the shovelware and the trophy farming games, the easy platinum. That's it. That's the show. Thanks everybody for coming out. I'm totally kidding. We did it. We did it, Steve. You and me. Right now, me showing that video, my expert level shoutcasting, and your whimsical comments in chat, we absolutely have triumphed over those games. It's unbelievable. This is a special moment. I didn't prepare a speech or anything, but I just want to thank my producer, Creature, for making sure that we're able to continue streaming every day. I want to thank my wife. I wouldn't be here without her. I want to thank my kids. They keep me on my toes, literally leaving their toys all over the house. Clean up, please. I tripped last night and almost died. Want to make sure also and thank my pets, because without them, I wouldn't appreciate how much better human beings are. I'm just kidding. Love kids' Legos. The end of an era, Viceroy says, gaming will never be the same. The end of an era. It is. It is. Christopher Judge, eat your heart out. You went for longest thank you speech. I went for the shortest. Just kidding. I love you, Christopher Judge, in a lot of ways. Can we get dinner sometime? Let's go with the speech. I guess we should ask Creature how much his back hurts for the hard carries on this channel. You don't ask him that. Don't ask him that. Creature, what's the count? What's the count on how many days we've gotten on the phone? And I'm like, that's it. I'm quitting. What's the count? I don't know. 6 or 7 maybe. Just I'm done. I'm done with this. It was, I think, once this week. At least once this week. People are like, what's the count? What do you mean? This week or the whole year? How many times have you quit or threatened to quit? I mean, wait, what? I've never quit. I've threatened to quit. Sony needs to fix the right analog stick in the DualSense. It pops out after a few months of use. I've had to buy 3 controllers in this last year and a half. Listen, I'm just going to ask this question, and if this is too personal, you don't have to answer, okay? Are you related to Andre the Giant? Like, what are you doing to your controllers, bro? What are you doing? I've never had that happen. Yeah, Eugene, W2F, or what the F are you doing to your controller? What are you doing? Are you swinging from like a chandelier with it? Like wrapping the cord around something and swinging around your house? What's happening?
I only dog paddle. My thumbs are as big as pop cans. These controllers aren't really made. They pop out. They pop out.
G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip. Quasimodo fingers. Effing Hulk. Effing Hulk, what are you doing to your controller? You're supposed to use your thumbs, not your mouth, buddy. Thanks, Numlock. That's good. Even the talk's getting involved, making fun of you. Frickin' what happened? Who said it? We need to know. Zaf Virex. Zaf, where are you? I have strong hands, I guess. Yeah, you're in the wrong line of work. You should be a masseuse. You know what I'm saying? Like your thumb alone. You know, you're in the long line. If you're not in the massage industry, then you are in the wrong line of work. They keep popping out. I'm just picturing this massive, just Hulk of a man, like kind of like Gremlin on his couch, just playing and just pushing forward, you know? And this thing just, bam, just goes shooting out. And he's like, happened again. Like, babe, happened again. He's just training that thing forward. I play COD a lot. You know how sweaty it gets? You know that meme of that guy on his keyboard? He's just like sweating. He's like, and he comes in the room with like the batter. You know, that's you, bro. That's you. He's playing COD, and he plays with his hand on the joystick like this, like slamming that thing back and forth, dude. Holy moly. His poor wife. I mean, it's either a blessing or a curse. It's one or the other. You know, she's either very happy and, you know, maybe she walks crooked every day, but she's very happy, or she's in absolute misery, right? He shakes somebody's hand. He's like, I don't understand why I can't get hired anywhere. The interviews go well every single time, and then I go to shake their hand at the end, and they end up on the floor crying. Like, what's the problem here? Just like goes to shake their hand. He's like, thanks so much. I can't wait to hear from you. And they're like, their hands. They're like, why? Why did you do this to me? Look what you've done. He's like, I can't get hired anywhere. It's too much. He keeps doing the 5-finger death punch. To his controller. The 5-finger death punch to his controller. He's like boom. Isn't that how you're supposed to play? The 1-inch Bruce Lee punch. Oh, yeah. Every once in a while, a comment on the internet just gives us a wealth of humor. This is it. This is one of those times. Oh, this is so funny. The controller says, I hate it here. It's like Toy Story, right? There's a pile of them on the ground like, you too? Yeah. First time? Oh my gosh. Glad to make you laugh. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you've had such bad luck with controllers, but my gosh, what a comedic piece of genius we've just had. He's using Shoryukens to his controller. It's like, Shoryuken! Boom! Isn't this how you're supposed to play? I don't understand. They don't really make controllers like they used to. Oh, that was one of those just good life-giving laughs. That's everything. Thank you for that. Oh, that was wonderful. I guess I go too hard. The gifts in Discord. The animated gifts in Discord. If you're a member, if you got a new membership today, we got 116 new members, man. You got to get in the Discord. We got to get this man a membership. Zaf Virex, he needs a membership. He needs to see these gifts in the live chat in Discord. Oh my gosh. He's playing games with too much testosterone. Oh, how can you show the gifts? Oh, no. That's a member perk, Steve. That's a member perk. We have a live chat. We have a live chat in the Discord. Oh, whew, that is funny. Bob Respawn says, companies need to fix their weak-handed interviewers. He's been through 3 this year. Oh my gosh. It's not my fault all you freaking people have bird bones in your hands. You know, from where I come from, people got titanium in their skin. Oh, that's perfect. So perfect. How to give him a gift? You just gotta hope when we gift a batch, he gets one. Bro is a real-life Sifu champion to his controller. No, your best one, Derek, your best one. It was perfect use of caps. It was brilliant use of caps. He keeps doing the 5-finger death punch to his controller. It was everything. And it put the caps on the second line. I was such a treat. It was such a treat to read that. Oh my. People tuning in right now are like, what is happening? We're talking about PlayStation in 2023 and what they need to do. And this kind gentleman in chat indicated that he's been through he's been through a lot of Sony controllers, and the joystick on the right keeps popping out, and we've had a bit of a meme. We've had a little bit of a run. We've had a little bit of a run with him. I was worried the 5-finger death punch read too late. No, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Thank you so much for sending a rose over there on the talk. You guys can become members over here as well. You can get a little joystick next to your name. You can be the first of my 10 subs over here. We've already got one. PSN monthly games are pretty good, or at least I have liked them. Yeah, more roses over here. Thank you so much. That's so kind. I appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you. I just had 3 coworkers come and check to make sure I'm okay because I'm laughing too hard. It was a funny bit. It was really, really good. How do you sub? There should be a join button somewhere. I'm actually not familiar with how it works on talk. What do they need to press over here? It should be at the top of the screen, right? There should be some button, I think a star somewhere or something. I forget what it looks like. Plays hard, laughs hard. He goes, man. He goes hard in the paint. This goal being reached earlier by the day. I know, right? The 25, the people went incredibly crazy. Let me pull it up on my app here. Let me see what it looks like. I'm following. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's the star at the top of the screen, I believe. You click the star at the top of the screen. Yeah, and you can subscribe. That's what it is. Yep. There you go. Front page of the Xbox Sub, biggest cover up right now. Yeah, the joystick's popping out. He's just Captain Crunching his controller. What's up, Top G's? What's good, Vampire Zombie? Wait 3 weeks, I'm gonna be in again. Yeah. We'll have some Brono streams very, very soon. He'll be back in town soon. I'm on Discord, but I can't seem to access the full server. Did you connect? If you connected your YouTube account with your Discord account, I can force integrations right now. I can force sync it. We have 559 synced members, and we now have let's see. It's taking a while. It looks like it synced about 30 minutes ago. There it did. It just increased. So you should have. There you go, Greymane. You are now synced up and ready to rock and roll in there. I force synced it. You'll have access to all the new rooms. Anytime you guys have a membership and you're in my Discord, you can listen to the stream in there. If it's easier for you, you can access the live. Yo, J-Main sending a gamepad. I'm the #1 gifter, sir. You the best, Numlock. And J-Main just got the #2 gifter badge. There you go. Thank you very much over there. I have no clue how to use Discord. Discord's basically like a bunch of chat rooms that you can hang out with when we're not live. It's the white star at the top left. Yeah, you just hit that white star at the top. Yeah, look at that quality. That looks good. I wish I could mess with the lighting a little bit. I don't know if that's possible. Yeah, I don't think I can mess with the lighting. I might have to do that before I go live. It'd be nice if it was not quite as dark, but I think it looks good. Pro tip for all the new members, Discord doesn't have a 200 character limit, so when you're trying to make a good and educated argument, there you go. That mic, chair, acoustic, dampening must have cost you thousands. Actually, that's just, the foam back there is just for looks. But the sound dampening in my room, yes. You can't see it. I could show it to you, maybe. Over there on the wall. Yeah, you can't see it. You got a glimpse of it. You got a teeny glimpse of it, like the panels on the wall. If you come and watch on YouTube, you can see the sound dampening panels on the wall. I also have some on the ceiling. So yeah, there's no echo in here at all. It's a deadened room. And yeah, the mic and my mixer and everything was not cheap, but I've been doing this a long time. So just started doing it over here on the talk. We also have gifts in Discord. That's right. #1 thing they need to do, says Iron Lord Reptar. So we're talking PlayStation in 2023. What do they need to do? Is that a Herman Miller? No. I would love to work with Mavix, but I can't get them to get back to me. Like, we've got to be a big enough channel for Mavix to work with us. They have like this automated thing that you apply through. It's just super awkward. But they have these exact same chairs, and I would love to have them send me one, because this is a high back ergonomic mesh chair. But it's not a Herman Miller. So PlayStation in 2023, what do you think they need to do? And I'm going to read Iron Lord Reptar's comment here. #1 thing they have to do is have a better cloud service. xCloud is doing much better, even on my phone, compared to PS Now on my wired PC. See, I didn't have that on my list. I don't know if I disagree with you, but I don't know if I would put that super, super high on the list. I want a Herman Miller. I spent big on Secret Labs, and I hated it. It's so uncomfortable. I mean, you could check out Mavix's high-back ergonomic mesh chairs and be like, hey, Reforge Gaming told me to come check out your chairs. Aren't you the guy who used to play Destiny? Yeah, I used to do a lot with Destiny. Don't do that anymore. Just grinding it down until pop it back in place. Thought the haptic trigger feedback was in the joystick and felt it collapsing and popping and just kept right on pressing. Pop it back in place. Oh, you can't afford another chair right now? It's unfortunate. I wonder how many PS casuals actually care about the streaming, let alone its quality. Yeah, I don't think that's like a huge priority. You know what I mean? Good morning, Sven. I don't think that's a huge priority. I don't necessarily think PlayStation needs to be as concerned with cloud that, like, oh, that's a priority next year. I do think long term that they need to consider having cloud-based solutions. You know what I mean? Racing chairs really aren't worth it. Doesn't matter the cost. A couple of those racing chair companies have reached out, and it's like, I go to their website, I look for a high-back mesh chair like this, an ergonomic chair like this, and they never have them. And I'm like, nope, I don't want your racing chair. You're better off getting an office chair. They're designed for long periods of sitting and are usually ergonomic. Yeah, even office chair companies sell this style, like the high-back ergonomic mesh. They sell these. Like, this is a more universal style of chair that's been just, it's so comfortable. I love it. Sony needs to get one or two of their devs to make their versions of a Fallout or an ES game. I could see that. I could see that. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube and you're enjoying the show, I'd love to hear from you. Hit subscribe so you can talk in my chat. There's 345 people here. We could easily have 300 likes on the vid if you hit it. Thanks so much to everybody who helped with the memberships. climb. We are one subscriber away from another great milestone on the channel, 23,400 subscribers. Subscribing is totally free. It costs nothing. On YouTube, the thing that costs is joining. It's a separate button. And you click that join button, you get a badge, emotes, and access to my Discord. So, but when you subscribe, it's free. And I want to hear from you. What do you think they need to do in 2023? PlayStation in 2023. Thanks for all the likes over here on Talk as well. 3.6K likes is amazing. Let's shoot for 4,000 likes. That'd be awesome. We need some better showcases this next year. We didn't even get a PlayStation showcase. We didn't. Is Skyrim going to be exclusive to Xbox Series X and S? No. No, they're not going to go back to old games and make them exclusive. Now, if you're asking about The Elder Scrolls 6, Phil Spencer has indicated that that's a game they plan to make exclusive, but they may change their tune to get the regulators to push through the deal. Because that's one of the main concerns of the regulators is, you know, Microsoft was like, hey, we don't really have a financial reason to shrink ZeniMax properties, and then they did. So, check out Autonomous AI, great chairs, close to Herman Miller, just not the price tag. Do they work with, like, YouTubers and stuff? That'd be amazing if they do, because we could reach out. I think we're at a size where chair companies would want to work with us. What game competes with Fallout? In what way? What are you looking for specifically? Like an RPG? I'm pretty sure they do, but they're waiting until Activision deal is over. Oh, the PlayStation Showcase? Sony should in fact not buy Square Enix, Konami, or Capcom. Why should they not do that, Wheeze? Oh, the post-apocalyptic? Yeah, I mean, I think Fallout did a really good job with post-apocalyptic. I think at this point, PlayStation needs Starfield. I don't think PlayStation needs Starfield. I think Starfield's going to do well, right? I think Starfield's going to do well, but I don't think it's going to be like, oh my gosh, we need, it's going to be terrible if we don't have that. Now, I think it could end up over there eventually. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it could end up on PlayStation 5. We've had people, you know, speculate that that's going to be something that happens. I myself have thought a PlayStation Starfield release could happen in the future, but I don't know. I don't think they should either. I think consolidation of Western companies will force consolidation in Asia, says Eugene. Metro and Stalker are basically Fallout in Russia. Yeah, I mean, there are the Metro games, there are the Stalker games if you're really, really wanting a post-apocalyptic game. Those companies are great by themselves, says Wheezy. The Microsoft acquisition has definitely kept Sony tight-lipped. You can't make an argument against exclusivity whilst bolstering all your high-end Sony exclusives. Right, and see, the frustration with that is their exclusivity games and titles have nothing to do with that argument. It's such a false equivalency to, like, look at what Sony has with, you know, Spider-Man 2 or, you know, God of War or any of these other titles coming out and be like, you can't really complain about this acquisition because you have exclusive titles. I mean, I think they should have done the showcase and been like, yeah, these are companies we bought years ago and invested in. That's not what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, it's a bummer that we didn't get a PlayStation showcase because of that stupid acquisition. You know what I mean? It's just so frustrating. If they're forced to keep quiet right now, it would be bad optics. Oh, for sure. That's the main reason they're not saying anything. They didn't go quiet because they believe they should. They went quiet because of the press. They're forced to keep quiet. Right, I'm sorry. I don't care if it's Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo, says Wheezy. I don't want Capcom, Square Enix, or Konami being bought up. It just isn't healthy. It depends, though, because, I mean, if you look at Guerrilla and Insomniac, the question would be, what limitation do we need to put? You know what I mean? At what point is it good for development companies to be purchased and invested in by a platform? And when does it become bad? Like, I don't think we would look at these first-party studios and be like, oh my, it's just look at all the bad things that have come out of, like, Sony owning and investing in Insomniac and Guerrilla and Santa Monica. Konami isn't really doing anything and is sitting on a massive backlog. It's nothing versus something if they're bought by somebody. Bought by someone. Those three are a lot bigger than Guerrilla or Insomniac, says Wheezy. Eugene says devs versus publishers is my line. So the difference being like, the difference being if you're trying to get a publisher, that's the issue with the Activision deal that most of us don't like. It's too big. Hang on. How do I get the messages on here? Nope. That's not it. My wife is messaging me. Go away! No, stop at the pop-ups. Line of the store looks like a Lego. Spider, Gwen, or Iron Man. I don't even know. Probably Iron Man. Yeah, Iron Man. My wife's at the Lego store. I told her to go to the Lego store and ask them about when do the new Legos come out, what's the best way to get the new ones that come out. Because this right here, we only need one more of these. We need the Mando one. It's on the wish list, as well as there's a Harry Potter one we really need. We launched a Lego channel. If you guys are into Legos, you should check out The Brick Abbey on YouTube. We have our own vibe, our own way of doing it. We'd love to see that channel kind of grow and get monetized. So if you're in the Legos, you can support that channel by gifting sets that many people have done off the wish list, or just go subscribe to the channel. Only do that if you're going to consume the content. Don't go sub to the channel just to be nice. The Brick Abbey is there for folks who like Legos. It's not there for, people to go just hit sub because they want to help me. That's not what we're looking for. Hey, Capono hitting 2 months of membership. Hope you and the family are doing well. Welcome back in. Thank you very much. Maxwell says, I strongly think CD Projekt will be bought by Embracer or Microsoft in the future. You strongly think CD Projekt will be bought? No, I don't think so. CD Projekt Red just threw the gauntlet down on their plans for the future. I don't think anybody's going to buy them. They've got funding from somewhere. There ain't no way they announced all these Witcher properties and all these things they're going to be doing, and they're collaborating with all these studios. Money is coming from somewhere. I don't think you're going to see a CD Projekt Red buyout anytime soon. No way. Somebody's keeping them funded. Probably their government. You really got to get there yourself and become friends with someone at the Lego store. They'd be more than likely to share info with you. And when you go to get your first pick on stuff, I only share that because I had a cousin who worked at one and became good friends with the customer and shared info. I might have to do that. I think my wife was going to ask that today. Let's see. Firm. How do I get rid of that? Translate pin. Oh yeah, let's do this. Does that do it? There we go. I just need Sony to talk more, i.e. have a rhythm to expect announcements. Xbox at least has E3. With Sony not being part of that, it's so uncertain. We never know when they're going to talk. Consistently, please. Lono about to be slinging these Reforge roasts for Lego release dates. Yeah, man. I'll give you some coffee. You tell me when these Legos come in. Set one aside for me. Sony has a rhythm. I don't know if Sony every 2 to 3 months. You know what's funny, Eugene, is when we were talking about this yesterday, a lot of people kept saying that. They're like, PlayStation needs to have consistent communication. I do think there's the perception that, like, they don't say anything, and then all of a sudden there's a blog. I don't know if I necessarily agree that they need better communication, but I also don't know if I agree that they talk lots. Or, like, because I don't know when they're going to say anything. I literally cover gaming news. Like, that's literally what I do, and I don't feel like I can count on... I don't know when they're going to say anything. Not to get off topic, but are you going to do a what Nintendo needs to do in 2023? There's a lot to be said there. I struggle with that one. Creature wanted me to do that episode. We might do that next week. I don't have a lot to say about Nintendo. I mean, I do, but I also don't. It's like their platform doesn't interest me. It's a weak platform. I'm interested in Breath of the Wild sequel, but I don't know. Do you think the new Vegas 2 will actually happen, says Taco Frog? I have no idea. I've not seen any whispers or heard anything about it. Their focus is more EU than US, right? CD Projekt Red? Not really. I mean, as far as I know, CD Projekt Red has lots of funding. Somebody's funding them. They're not going to get bought out. There's no way they announced all their games and everything they're doing with The Witcher and moving everything to Unreal 5. There's no way they announced all that and they don't have funding from somewhere. Sony not talking means they're working. I'd rather them work than be on Twitter talking a bunch of nonsense. Generally speaking, I think that the issue with Sony going quiet is that, especially this last quarter of the year, it just got weird. It was like, oh, here's an announcement. Oh, here's a leak. We're going to get a release date. No. Oh, man, God of War's release date updated in the street. Oh, they're going to be at Summer Game Fest. No. Oh, we're going to find out about when the game... No. Oh, we're going to get a PlayStation showcase. No. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I in my mind, I feel like Sony did get weird at the end of 2022. Some of it could be related to the acquisition that they're fighting. You know, they're fighting the Xbox Activision deal. Not counting the blogs and documentaries. We had State of Plays in March, June, and September. We just missed the showcase, not counting the blogs and documentaries. I just wonder, Eugene, you're really plugged in and you pay a lot of attention to them. Why are so many people saying that Sony doesn't talk enough, or Sony needs more communication, or Sony needs more transparency? Right? Todd Howard said that after the new Elder Scrolls, Fallout 5, or maybe even New Vegas 2 gets announced. Well, then, yeah, I mean, I think Todd Howard indicated that, yeah, there's going to be a lot more coming, right? I think there's going to be a lot more things coming. I don't disagree with that. But I also don't know if it's even worth... It's just like, is it even worth talking about, right? Is it even worth talking about? It's like, why would we bother talking about that? It's like, it's so far away. Second cup, yo, get it. Somebody ordered some Reforge roast and they tweeted a picture. Thank you for doing that. Did Microsoft say Obsidian and Bethesda? Casual Sony fan base is yearning for communication. That's what I mean. Why is that the perception? There's lots of things. There were lots of people commenting on my videos saying that. There were people in my chat saying that. There's people saying it right now. Kelly says it's because the last time we had any news on any first-party Sony, it was 2021 Showcase back over a year ago. I want updates from their first-party teams. I feel like they do regular first-party team updates, though, Shelly, in the form of the blogs. I feel like they do. How does Shelly not have a membership, by the way? Were you not here earlier when when everybody went crazy? Are you on a branded account, Shelly? That's the other thing we learned this morning. The one guy was on a branded account. Yo, what's good, Lufi? You think personally the Microsoft Activision purchase actually happens, says Taco Frog. I don't know. They need the FTC and the EU to get behind it, and China. They've got 3 big hurdles. The blogs aren't suffice, in my opinion, says Dark Taco. They market what's relevant, says Eugene. Well, we can defend what Sony does and say, oh, they do enough blogs, they talk about what's relevant, right? But also, I think we have to ask the question, why are fans saying that Sony doesn't talk enough? Right? Why are they saying that? Would be the question. There's clearly a perception that they're not saying enough. If you're just tuning in, seeing some folks coming in over here on YouTube, we are discussing PlayStation in 2023 and what they need to do. I've outlined 5 things. Number 1, they've got to ramp up the PS5 saturation. Number 2, we need to see some of these Sony live service games. They need to nail live service in more than just Gran Turismo. We also need to see more games. Number 3, more games need to come to PC. We know Returnal's coming. We need Ghost of Tsushima. We really need a Bloodborne PC release date. I think number 4, the Sony UI needs to be overhauled. I think it's bad and clunky. We're missing features that we had on the previous console. And number 5, the last one, they have to cement the PS Plus value. The value's not communicated very clearly whenever you're on the interface, whenever you go to PS Plus. I have PS Plus Premium, and I find it hard to find all sorts of different things on there. Sony fans, me with a bullet, are like addicts at this point. I got the shakes, mad withdrawals, put the showcase in my veins, show us the goods, bring the hype, no tweets, no blogs, trailers, dates. Yeah, and I think the lack of the showcase, it did lack that, it did lack that end of year excitement, And I think that's something that Microsoft's trying to capitalize on. There's rumors about this Microsoft showcase, this Xbox showcase that'll be happening early 2023. I feel like they're capitalizing on the fact that Sony went quiet. Or, I'm sorry, that Sony didn't do one. Does that make sense? I absolutely hate the PS UI. I think the PlayStation 5 UI is terrible. I think it's truly awful. I do not like it. It feels so clunky and dated. It drives me absolutely crazy. The way that it just, I don't know. I don't feel like I can navigate it very well, like at all. What do you think will happen with GTA 6 and the new God of War? Apparently, next week we're going to be hearing about GTA 6. So that's exciting, to hear that they're going to be talking to us about GTA 6. Also, as far as the next God of War, I don't know. I think we're going Egyptian. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It's a dog crap game. In 3 days, it sold 10 million copies. Absolutely friggin' bonkers. Here's an article from Barrier. Indie games will define 2023 Part 2. That might be a good article to react to. I didn't do a reaction video for today. I guess we did one yesterday. We don't want to do too many uploads. I didn't get a chance to do one last night. It was date night. It was therapy and date night. Eugene says, come back when you're close to release and have substance. Give me the reveal and then be quiet and get to work, says Eugene. Shelly says, I'm baffled Xbox are doing a showcase potentially because they just did one and made an effort to only talk games within the first 12 months. What? So they gave up with that method already? Well, no, I think what they want to do is really set the stage and say, hey, 2023 is going to be a big year for Xbox. I think that's the point. That their whole point is, I think they really want to cement people's confidence and say, hey, we're going to have a big year in 2023, right? I hope that if they talk about GTA 6, they actually tell the location, because the rumors are Vice City. What's UI stand for? User interface. So when I say that the PlayStation 5 UI is bad, what I mean is when you turn on the PlayStation and you're navigating through the menus and the store and all of that, that's the UI, that's the user interface. I think the Xbox user interface is light years ahead of PlayStation's. I think PlayStation's UI is just bad. It just feels, it's not even like it's stripped down utilitarian. It's just bad. It just isn't good. It lacks flow. It's hard. It's honestly hard to describe. It's honestly hard to describe why it's so bad. Another promised big year from Xbox. Show don't tell. I actually think we're going to see a big year for Xbox. Yes, I will be playing Hogwarts. Yes. If you want to see gameplay, I don't know how to do this on the talk. We're trying to look into restreaming. We're trying to look into, could I send you the same thing that YouTube sees? We have to pay for a service to do that. So I would need there to be a pretty strong impetus to do that. We would need the streams over here on this platform to start generating money. I'm just being honest with you. I would need to see a rise in viewership, a rise in people hitting that sub button, that star button at the top. If I was going to start to do that, because I would have to pay Restream and stream through them, and I don't want to go through all that trouble. We're going to spend January multicasting like this and see how we feel about it. The Xbox UI is a lot easier to navigate, says Taco Frog. I fear that Star Citizen will also be so big that it busts. I think a lot of people have, fears about Star Citizen just like never launching. Microsoft just needs to be quiet and put actual concrete release dates on their games. If they do that, then they'll start a healthy cadence of their first-party stuff. Sony will have to step up their game. I don't know if they need to step up their game. They just keep doing what they're doing. Like, let's just say Microsoft nails it with Starfield, Forza Motorsport, and Redfall. Okay, no worries. Sony will be just fine. Sony's going to have a great cadence of games next year, too. Like, I don't think Sony's going to be like, oh, no, we got to really step things up a bit. You know what I mean? Pre-ordered Hogwarts a few minutes ago. Nice. And love seeing you pop up on the talk feed. Thank you, Grim Brother. Good to see you. We're trying to get 10 subs over here. It's the star at the top. We've already got one today. Get our first 10 subs over here. If that number keeps going up over here, I'll do that. I'll do that restream thing. And then you'll be able to see the articles and the trailers that I show in my gameplay. I can't show that stuff through the phone. I think I have to request that from Talk officially. Like, hey, I want to do this. Genuinely hate navigating the PS5 UI. It's so lackluster, says Wheezy. About the PlayStation UI, says K Billy. Wasn't the PlayStation 4 UI different than PlayStation? It's been a while since I've been on the PlayStation 4, but weren't there 2 rows of menu icons stacked on top of each other? PlayStation 5 has a weird split. It wasn't just that. It was like you could actually pick a wallpaper. Like, you can't even pick a wallpaper. It's like, why can't I pick a wallpaper? Take some amazing shot in God of War Ragnarok, and then I can't do anything with it? Yo, a $5 tip from Gorthysis. Have a great rest of the day, Lono and crew. Gotta get inside for work. All the love. Yo, thank you so much, Gorthysis. I feel that Star Citizen doesn't do well. Elder Scrolls will have to pick up the slack, says Taco Frog. I mean, they're different companies, different games. I don't necessarily see a giant connection there. Do you think the Xbox Activision deal will go through? I actually don't know. I don't know. A lot of people coming in. Could we see some more likes on this vid on YouTube? They're crushing you. We got over 4,000 likes over on Talk. Let's hit 300 likes here on YouTube. I don't know. They got a lot of big hurdles to get through, Jonathan. They got to get past the FTC, the EU, and China. It's like when you're playing fantasy football, you know, and your percentage chance of winning is moving throughout the game. It feels like 50-50 now. I thought for a while, oh yeah, this is going to go through. It feels like 50-50. How many viewers over there? 10. 10's actually pretty good. For a long time, I would stream over here and get like 2 or 3, so 10's pretty good. I think sometimes you're supposed to stop and restart, because whenever you start a new stream, they kind of like spin you up. And once we're in the heat of the discussion, it might help to do that. I don't know. Our second show today will be the top 10 games of 2023. So I'll do that on this channel. I'll go live over here. I'll shut down. And then the members can hang out with me in between those 2 streams. The more Microsoft talks about the deal, the less confident I feel in it. They say some bizarre things out in the public. It's still very likely to go through, says Reese's. I feel like it's 50-50. I don't know. Todd Howard's one of those guys who gives you updates, but his updates are so vague and confusing. I feel like the updates on Starfield have been perfectly fine. They showed us they showed us how the dialogue trees are going to work. They showed us the dialogue count. They talked to us about how quests and factions are going to work. I feel like those are big questions for people that like their games. Did the UK CMA sign off? They were the first holdup. Yeah, I'm not sure what the UK's decided. Yeah, like UK CMA, then the EU, then China, then the FTC. They got a lot of hurdles to still jump over. They do. If you're reading all the discussions, the FTC is failing to make a good point. It's still going to happen. I don't know if it's I don't know if I'm confident in the sidebar opinions that people have been making on like YouTube and gaming blogs. Listen, I'm gonna be dead honest with you. Gaming journalism is abysmal. I don't trust most of those outlets. I don't. They're not trustworthy. They're glorified content creators that farm AdSense with headline clickbait. They're no different than YouTubers. I just think gaming journalism is abysmal. It is. They in 2020 they committed massive journalistic malpractice when some significant things happened and they didn't properly investigate any of it. They did the same thing in 2021. We've seen puff pieces to try to cover things up by IGN. They're basically in Bungie's pocket, right? Like I don't know. We saw weird treatment of Xbox titles and Microsoft titles from these outlets. again, seemingly in Microsoft's pocket. Like, I don't trust almost any of the gaming outlets covering that. I really, really don't. I just don't. I think a lot of them are dishonest. Hoag's not even a good resource anymore, says Eugene. I've never had the time to watch any of his content, so I can't comment on what Hoag's doing. Let's say the Activision Microsoft deal goes through, what happens? That's an excellent question. I truly don't know, Taco Frog. I think one of their first orders of business is after it goes through is they'd really cement and continue to further the confidence in Call of Duty. I think that would be their first order of business, is to make everybody very confident in Call of Duty. But I think beyond that, they'd start slicing things off for themselves because they did that with ZeniMax. I think they would do the same thing with ABK. I do. I think their strategy is a software strategy. I think they want all that property to sell everywhere. But I still think there's property in games they would slice off for themselves. They would. Are you say no? I mean, a long time ago, I went by that name. Things to pay attention to at 2023 Tokyo Game Show. What are the chances they take people from COD teams and move them to the Halo teams? I don't think there's... I don't know. Creature thought if this deal goes through, they'd put Sledgehammer on Halo and put 343 on like quality assurance and bug testing for Call of Duty. I just don't think so. What are the chances they take people... from... Oh, I already read that. What do you think about Hogwarts Legacy? Do you think you'll be able to use the Elder one? Oh, I don't know. Can you try to do this? No. That's no. Virtually all the things you've read about me are false. So, I don't know what you're talking about. That was never anything that was said, though. All they've said is that COD will be everywhere. That's it. That's what I'm saying. They will try to re-emphasize, right? They will try to emphasize the further reach of COD. Can you admit to it? No, I did not. You understand that what you're saying is something that would lead to, like, I don't know, prosecution and jail time, right? Just publicly admit to. But again, you're probably on an alt. Probably some coward on an alt. So what if he leans into being a content creator? What does that have to do with his analysis on the subjects that he covers, says Viceroy? Oh, Eugene's talking about Hoag. He leans too much into being a content creator, says Eugene. Halo could have been something this time around. It's better, but still not there. Oh, for sure. I just don't. Halo's got a long way to go. I think Halo could still be good, but I think what I think they honestly need to do, right, is they need to leave it behind. I think they got to leave behind Infinite. I think they need to relaunch it under a different name. That's what I would do. If I was in charge, that's the first thing I would do. I would say, hey, let's start over. Let's start over. We got to leave Halo Infinite behind. That would be my first order of business for Halo. His analysis at that point is based on how to best frame something for clicks, says Eugene. That's the thing. I've not watched enough of him to comment on any of that. I just haven't. I've not watched enough to comment on whether or not he's framing things in a way to get clicks. I'm not going to say that. Eugene's saying that. I'm just reading what Eugene is saying. I've not watched his content, right? What's the biggest game releasing in 2023? Hogwarts, Dead Space Remake, or Jedi Survivor? Hogwarts. Hogwarts will be the biggest game launch of 2023 as far as commercial sales and commercial success goes. I think Hogwarts will be the biggest, followed by Spider-Man and Starfield. Spider-Man and Starfield will be right behind. I think Hogwarts will be the biggest though, because Hogwarts is landing on current gen, old gen, and the Nintendo Switch. So I don't think anything will outsell Hogwarts next year. I don't think so. I don't think Spider-Man can outsell Hogwarts because Spider-Man will only be on the PS5. Spider-Man's not even going to be on the PS4. Spider-Man 2 won't even be on the PS4. So Spider-Man 2 doesn't stand a chance of outselling Hogwarts. There's just no way. There isn't. I know Spidey is king globally when it comes to superheroes, but the reach of what Spider-Man 2 can do is already limited out of the gate. Just the PS5, no PS4. Hogwarts Legacy is literally Harry Potter, which is globally, arguably, I think at this point, more popular, probably more popular than Spider-Man. That's tough. I don't know. Spider-Man's very, very popular globally, but Hogwarts Legacy is landing on PS4, Xbox One. It's also landing on PS5 and Xbox Series X. Like, just landing on the PS4 alone is a massive uptick in potential sales for Hogwarts. And then Hogwarts is also landing on the Nintendo Switch. So, I like watching Destin from Microsoft Activision deal news. He goes deep into all of it. So far, I think it's a toss-up. I think his coverage is abysmal, and I think I don't think he's honest and doesn't have good integrity. I wouldn't support or watch him at all. I don't agree with that. I wouldn't watch his breakdown of anything. I wouldn't watch his breakdown of how to make a sandwich. I feel bad for the devs. They put a lot of love and passion into the game. All big fans and I already see the reviewers just bashing them for things that are out of their control. Hope I'm wrong. Are the rumors true the next Call of Duty's Advanced Warfare? No, that got shot down very quickly. That rumor lived for about 18 hours, maybe less. Maybe less. If Starfield's so great, why not show it off? Well, I mean, here's the thing about Starfield. It's Bethesda, and you have to understand something. They likely have a marketing trickle that got kicked down the road because the game got kicked down the road. If they blew all of their marketing now, it wouldn't make any sense to be like, oh yeah, like let's just say that I'm right and Starfield's been delayed to like November of 2023. Well, they can't trot out all their marketing now. They would save it for the summer. Does that make sense? If they blast through all their gameplay showcases, all their breakdowns, all their blogs, they do that now, what are they gonna say when the summer rolls around? What are they gonna say? You know what I'm saying? Like what? They're just gonna rerun the same trailers? Spidey sold over 20 million copies though. Sure, and it also has a much larger footprint to sell those 20 million copies. Like, Omar, track with me. By the end of 2023, take the best projections for PS5 saturation. Take the best projections for PS5 saturation. Do you honestly think that can compete with a Harry Potter game that's on every platform? Every platform. I don't even think it's a contest. Hogwarts Legacy is going to be available on the PS4. That alone is an insanely large footprint compared to wherever the PS5 ends up at the end of 2023. Not only that, Hogwarts Legacy is landing on the Nintendo Switch. On the Nintendo Switch. And PC. And Xbox. End of 2023, you're looking at 65 million-ish. Yeah, I mean, 65 million. I mean, they get, what, a third of those people to buy Spidey to match your 20 million in the last one? Dude, I don't know. I don't even know where Hogwarts is going to land. The Switch sales alone will outsell Spider-Man. Yeah, if they can get Hogwarts to run well on the Nintendo Switch, brother, that frickin' game, it's not even going to be, I don't even know if we can calculate where it's going to end up. In July, though, will be Switch version, just be physical. I'm not actually sure how they're going to do it. It'll probably be cloud-based. In terms of franchises, MCU has made more than Wizarding World per Wikipedia. Interesting. It might be an unfair comparison, though. Right? Because when the Harry Potter movies came out, wouldn't tickets have been cheaper? I think sometimes those revenue comparisons get a little wonky, don't they? Because like when all these Avengers movies have come out, like the amount of money those movies has generated has probably surpassed the Harry Potter movies. But I don't think that's an indicator that like Harry Potter isn't more popular than Well, I don't know if he'd be more popular than Spider-Man. I'm talking more about platform reach than anything. It's also 30 films versus 11. Thank you, Wheezy. There's way more Marvel films than there are Harry Potter films. Harry Potter's reach isn't just about is Harry Potter more popular than Spider-Man? It's also about the number of platforms that Hogwarts is going to be on. The fact that Hogwarts is going to be on the PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch gives it a gargantuan advantage over Spider-Man 2. Like, Spider-Man 2 is just the PS5. As soon as you enter into, oh, our game is also on the PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch, that is a Leviathan-like advantage. That those platforms they're insane. Do kids today even care about Harry Potter? Are kids today the primary purchasing audience of video games, since all stats point to 28 and up being the average age of gamers, and that's the demographic that probably absolutely loves Harry Potter? Like, I don't know. What do you think next Call of Duty after the success of Modern Warfare 2? I think the next Call of Duty will be a Black Ops remake. I think they're going to reboot the Black Ops story. Numbers, Mason. Like, I think they're going to go back and reboot that. As far as, like, your next big annual campaign release, I bet you they do that. There's 11 Harry Potter movies. I thought there were, like, 11. Didn't PlayStation extend the PS4 support all the way to 2024? No. I'm not sure what you mean. Spider-Man 2... they're on record saying that Spider-Man 2 will be the first PS5 only first-party game. Well, not the first. It's going to be like the beginning of we're leaving behind old gen, because Returnal and Ratchet were PS5 only. But I think their goal with Spider-Man is for this to be the beginning. That's supposed to like to be the beginning of the era of leaving behind the PS4. Now, it wouldn't surprise me at all if there's a PS4 version of Spider-Man 2 somewhere. Like, they end up launching it later or something. I don't know. I think their plan is to not do that. They might have like that as a contingency plan. You know. Do people outside the West care about Harry Potter? No doubt a bunch of 30-year-olds care. Harry Potter's global popularity? I don't know. I guess that would be the question. Is Harry Potter super popular in the Asian market, right? Because that's where Spidey's going to pick up a lot of steam. Because Spidey is globally, he's God. In the superhero world, Spider-Man globally is king. He is. But I feel like Harry Potter has a massive global audience. It's not just a Western audience. I don't know how many people grew up with Harry Potter anymore, even the ones that grew up without it. I mean, we literally found an article the other day that was doing basic stat research of the most anticipated games of 2023, and Harry Potter had like 1.2 million searches. Next in line was Starfield with like 400,000 searches. It had like 3 times the search volume as Starfield. I don't know. If that's an indicator, then that's the most anticipated game next year. That it's going to be the most commercially successful game next year, I would imagine. Harry Potter's one thing. Hogwarts Legacy's a bunch of randos nobody knows, except for the very hardcore fans. The spin-off Fantastic Beasts movies didn't really push the needle. I think finally having an actual wizard game, I don't know. You guys are arguing something that I wasn't really arguing anyway. Harry Potter being a massive franchise and massive popularity is assumed. I think it's fair to assume that. If you feel like the temperature on that's gone up or down, that's superfluous to the discussion. Because the main point I was making is they're launching on way more platforms. It'll be on the Switch and the PlayStation 4. I can't see Spider-Man 2, I can't see it garnering enough sales on one platform to compete with a game that's hitting the Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation 4. Harry Potter is very popular in Japan, by the way. Yeah, I'm telling you, if they have a footing in the Japanese market at all, and then it hits PS4 and it hits the Nintendo Switch, I think it's over. I don't think Spidey competes. I think Spider-Man 2 is going to be massively successful, by the way. I do. But I don't know if it'll be able to compete with the totality of Hogwarts. I just don't think so. You're not saying Harry Potter is bigger than Spider-Man, are you? Ain't no way Harry Potter is bigger. I don't think it's bigger. No, I think historically and globally speaking, Spider-Man is the most popular character. But the dilemma is you're taking one of the most popular franchises in existence and you're putting it on every single platform. Then you're taking the most popular superhero and putting him on one platform. I don't know how you compete with that. I just don't. Like, it's going to get the bang on two cylinders. Like, Hogwarts is going to get the bang on the Harry Potter franchise popularity, and it's going to get the bang on the two consoles that are in the largest saturation right now. The PlayStation 4 saturation and the Nintendo Switch saturation, it's bonkers high. It's bonkers high. You get a percentage of that user base to buy your game, and Spider-Man's getting dusted. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Not to mention, it's also going to be on PC. The size and reach of the PC audience, I don't know. That the commercial success of that game is just going to be... We're about to hit 5,000 likes over here on Talk. Thank you guys so much for that. YouTube, you're getting beat. Oh, we're about to hit 300 likes on YouTube. Thank you, everybody on YouTube, for smashing that. Thanks for another stellar day of members. 116 members. If you haven't hit subscribe yet on this video, man, hit subscribe. Get in the conversation. We want to hear from you. I was convinced that before PS4 Spider-Man that Batman was king of the superhero games. No, if you look at any of the polls, Spider-Man is more globally recognized and more globally liked. I feel the people on Talk are cheating. Yeah, they can just keep tapping. Oh, they just did it. They just passed 5,000. They went crazy. Yeah, they can just keep tapping. Yeah. The real question is, with no COD this year, will Hogwarts be number 1 on NPD? For the first time in decades, no COD on NPD. Yeah, I don't know. That'll be interesting. Unless, of course, they do something with... I don't know. It looked like they might release something. Maybe a DLC or something. I think there's going to be some type of a COD release. Hey, our second subscription over here on the Talk. Narwaffle hitting that yellow star at this top and becoming our second. We're trying to get 10 subscribers over here. That's number 2. Thank you, Narwaffle, for doing that. Where else are you streaming right now? I'm streaming on the Talk. I don't like saying the full platform name because YouTube doesn't like the name of that platform. YouTube can get a little weird when you say the name of that platform. So we got subscriptions, paid subscriptions unlocked over there. You get a badge and emojis and all of that. So we were wanting to see how it worked and how well it went. So thank you for all the likes and all the subscriptions. Already on our way to 6,000 likes over there. FIFA is name is only gone. We'll still get a soccer game. Oh, for sure. I thought you were saying the Talk. Yeah, that's kind of why I say it, because you're not quite sure what word I'm saying. You know what I mean? There you go, Narwaffle using an emoji over there. Since new Fallout's apparently happening, do you think Bethesda and Microsoft make it Xbox only? I think their initial plan was to make Elder Scrolls 6 and future Fallout titles Xbox only. I don't know if they're going to continue with that plan. I don't know. So the question is, you know, will they start to view their Bethesda properties the same way it seems, right? It seems they're viewing their potential Activision Blizzard properties in a way that they're viewing it more like software that they want to put everywhere. So to me, that's the ultimate question is, are they going to change the way that they see their Bethesda properties? I don't know if they are or not. People can pay to sub. Yeah. They added that, Christina, recently. And they recently gave it to us. And I've got emojis. I've got a little joystick badge that you get. It uses the joystick emoji from the iPhone. And then it just says sub. In legal documents state they are keeping it exclusive. Yeah, it's been stated. That doesn't mean they're going to keep it that way. But I mean, yeah, that was their initial plan. The question would be, are they going to change that plan at all? I just don't know. Are they really? There's people making tons of money over here, yes. There are some streamers that get really, really crazy support. The ASMR streamers make very, very good money. You can just watch one and you can tell, you know. The new thing now, and then they've got to figure out a way to stop this. The new thing now that people do on the Talk platform is it'll be some woman sitting there and she's like on the verge of slipping out. And obviously everyone's like telling her, you know, open, open, open. And she doesn't, right? That's the whole idea. And then it's like, check my Instagram. Check my Instagram. And then you go to their Instagram and it's a link to their OnlyFans. Like, that's what like 90% of the live streams are now. So they're going to have to come up with a way to stop that because it's just a bunch of bots or new accounts. They're not creating content. They're literally just sitting there scantily clad trying to get people to go somewhere else and spend money. And they don't generate money for the platform. Like, no one's sitting there giving them money. They're sitting there like, it's basically viewership hoping something happens, right? Hoping something happens. And when something does happen, the stream gets immediately shut down because of their terms of service. So, it's the new just chatting. That's exactly right. I don't think they can now, or they'll put themselves in even more with the hands of the lawsuit. Right, that would be the question, DT Silver Wolf. That'd be the question. Is are they going to put themselves in a worse spot if they continue to make those things exclusive? Like, will it make it harder for the Xbox Activision deal to go through? You know. By the way, if you guys like my Led Zeppelin shirt, this does come. I didn't update the command, so let's just go like that, and let's go like that. There we go. The Zeppelin shirt comes from 80s Tees. You can use my code over there to get 30% off, and my glasses come from Gamer Advantage. ESO has like 20 million active players. That's pretty good. If this is still going on after Starfield releases, it'd be a good idea for Microsoft to say these are not exclusive, just to make sure that they don't go against what they originally said. See, but they never originally said that they wouldn't do it. They just said they didn't have financial incentive to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they argued that they didn't have financial incentive to do it, and then they quickly found financial reasons to do it. So Helldiver 2 is one of the 2 live service games by April. Feeling pretty confident about that? I don't know. What PlayStation live service games do you think we're going to be getting before March, Shelly? I don't know. I feel they've been more than fair with sharing titles. It's not about being fair with sharing the titles. I'm not concerned about that. The regulators are concerned with the argumentation, right? You said you didn't have financial incentive to do this, and then you went and did it. Now you're saying you don't have financial incentive to do it with Call of Duty and other Activision Blizzard titles, but how do we know you're not going to do that too? Firewall Ultra is COD Rainbow Six in VR. Absolutely could be a live service. Going to be huge for the FPS genre. VR is a game changer for shooters. I don't know if it's going to be a game changer for shooters anytime soon, because it's just so... I just think it's such a small audience right now. I think long term it could be. Came from someone who worked with the original Obsidian. Oh, in mid-October, an apparent valid source said that a new Vegas 2 or remake was in early talks. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I can imagine that being a thing. Yeah. I can imagine that being a thing. That when like, I feel like Todd Howard all but confirmed a lot of those titles are still coming. You know? I don't necessarily think I don't think they're like against those titles coming out. You know what I mean? I think it's more about when and where. Like, when and where do those titles come out? I think is the big question. It's not a matter of like if they're coming out or not. Like I think Bethesda will do it. Hey, another subscriber over here. Thanks for calling it out, Taco Frog. I didn't see it. Thank you so much, Silver Wolf, for being our 3rd subscriber over here. We're trying to get 10. That's 3 out of 10. That's amazing. And YouTube's crushing it as well. They're crushing it as well. 116 members today. By the way, every 25, I have to gift 5. So we're 9 away from me having to do it again. I'd love to see some of these people like Alien Psychopath get his back. I'd love to see Shelly get one. Really like to start calling our shots here and get some more of these people in our member pool so they can hang out with us tonight. My wife and I will be playing some games Friday nights. Basically, wherever you are in the world, 8 hours from now, we go live on Friday nights. It's a really fun stream. It is members only. Just give me good content loop on these live service games and I'll play all of them, says Gangs. PlayStation needs to make a clear cut and tell devs your game is going to be labeled a PS4 game or a PS5 game. No more cross-gen, one or the other, or no game. Well, here's where it's going to get a little confusing on that front, Captain Ply. Number one, the PlayStation live service games, there's supposed to be Sony live service games coming, like 12 before 2026, right? Those are very likely going to be multi-platform, as in PlayStation and PC minimum. And they're also going to be on PS4 and PS5. Right? What's today's shirt? Oh, that's right. You guys can't really see it. It's a Led Zeppelin US Tour 77. I wasn't alive then, but I love Led Zeppelin, so I got the shirt. But I believe that the PlayStation live service games, they will 100% be on both the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. I think 2023 is the last cross-gen games we see. No, I don't agree with that at all. I wouldn't be surprised if virtually all of the live service games from Sony land on both the PS4 and the PS5. I don't think they're wanting to shrink that potential install base for the for the live service games. I also think live service games tend to use less graphical fidelity focus, so they'll easily be able to land on PS4. Like a lot of the live service games that come out, they end up looking a little bit more, chintzy. 5.4K likes over here. Guys, thank you so much for the likes. Tap on the screen like crazy. Do you think Mortal Kombat Trilogy has finally come to a conclusion? No idea. I don't follow Mortal Kombat stuff. If it's a sports game, sports racing and fighting games are just not really my world. I mean, if there's big news on those games, you might hear me talk about it, but I won't do like a show on those games. I don't have anything to offer. I think consumers think products needs mass market adoption to be profitable, which is incorrect. Mass adoption only means popular. Popularity doesn't necessarily make money. Weren't Sony and Microsoft saying that this generation will definitely need to die quicker? I don't know if they're saying that anymore. Not after the sickie and the chip shortages. I don't think they can afford. I don't think they can afford to say that. Why would you want to hold back the live service game scope by releasing on PS4? It's so old now. Live service games need supporting for years, ideally. So old hardware, I don't know. That's fair pushback, Shelly, that it's not just a live service game launching that needs to have a full funnel of players. It needs to last for 5 to 10 years. That gets more challenging if you're on old hardware. That's a fair point. Okay, so maybe not all of them, but I would imagine some of the live service games might land multi-generation, right? But you're right, and what Wheezy's saying, once you get 60 million in saturation, it depends on the game. Yeah, it depends on the game. I don't know. Some live service games, some live service games could run on PS4 for the next 10 years if they're really stripped down and they're in the right engine. Could you explain what you said about Sony going quiet? So Sony was going to do a PlayStation showcase end of this year, and they didn't. They kind of went quiet. They don't want to say too much about their titles and their games because they're actively pushing against the Xbox Activision deal. And so they're kind of avoiding saying anything about their stuff. We're talking about making games that work on 2010, 2011 hardware. That sounds horrible, man. I'm confused. Aren't there live service games right now that are running on the PS4 and the Xbox One? Aren't there games right now, like live service games that are still running? Like, doesn't ESO? Yes, there are, says Butters. Look at PC minimum specs. I'm saying new ones. Right, I know you're saying new ones, Wheeze, but wouldn't live service games are running on potato PCs? Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could make a game look like that and be very successful and have it running everywhere. ESO looks kind of horrible now. Final Fantasy 14's on PS4. Yeah, you got Final Fantasy 14. Hey, Heavy Metal Mama, good to see you over here on the other platform. Hope you're well. Min specs are so old on PC. I just think it really depends on the game. Like, if you want your game to look like some of these games that we're going to be talking about in the second stream today, right? Some of my honorable mentions. Let me throw one of them out. Where's the one? I forget the name of it. Atlas Fallen. Okay, Atlas Fallen's that co-op game with like sand everywhere and it looks incredible. No, that game will not be on the PS4 if they make that like a live service game. But if your game looks like Destiny or Diablo or Elder Scrolls Online, then for sure you could get it to run on PlayStation 4. Imagine making a game at the graphical fidelity of Diablo. A Division. I don't know. It could run on those old rigs. Atlas what? Atlas Fallen. It's like that co-op game where they were like they were using the sand. They were like forming the sand as weapons and stuff. Do you think Call of Duty will ever make a Ghost sequel? There's apparently a spin-off Ghost game where there's going to be like you're going to learn about his past, but I don't know about a sequel. We're closing in on 6,000 likes over here. Thank you, Heavy Metal Mom. I see you smashing the button. Everybody smashing like over here, smacking the screen like crazy. Make sure and hit share. Consider hitting the star at the top of the screen. Become a paying subscriber over here. I don't know, Diablo 4 is looking pretty good. Yeah, but the question, thanks for sharing the live as well, Taco. Thanks for doing that. The question you have to ask yourself is just how much do they have to turn off in Diablo 4 to get it to run on PlayStation 4? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how much do they have to turn off? Diablo 4 platform. Yeah, Diablo 4 is landing on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. I believe that's a checkmate. The point that we were making is, if it's the right kind of game, it 100% could run on those old consoles. Diablo 4 plans to run for the next 10 years or more, and they're landing on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. If you look at that game, and you make a game in that vein, I think there's two types of live service. I think there's live service games that are going to come out. They're going to be all about the next-gen graphics, and it's got to look amazing. Like the day before, if that's even an actual real game. But you got games coming out like that look at the graphical fidelity of ESO, Diablo, or Destiny. They could 100% land on those old systems. Because Destiny 2 runs on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Imagine putting out a game at that game's graphical fidelity. It can you can get it to run 30 FPS, but it can run. Destiny 2 is a pretty good looking game. It's a pretty good looking game, and it runs on the PS4 and the Xbox One. I'm speaking specifically future live service games, not current live service games. Yeah, crap runs on potato PCs, but do you think crap runs on potato PCs from 2005 or 2014? The point that I was making was, and I walked back my claim. I initially claimed that all 12 would be, I claimed that like all 12 would be on the old gen. I claimed that. And I walked that back. I said some of them will be. So I think a portion. Oh, wait, good. I think a portion of the live service games from Sony will be on old gen, PS4 and Xbox One. All you have to do is have it. I can't do that. I might mess up my. All it has to do is not exceed the graphical fidelity of Destiny 2 or Diablo 4 or Elder Scrolls Online. If you don't think we're going to continue to get games that look like that in the coming years, I think you're kidding yourself. There's plenty of games right now that are already in development at that level of fidelity. Give me one sec. And then you'll get your boots eventually. Okay. Can I just say the live looks amazing? Thank you, Heavy Metal Mama. I'm glad it looks good over here. It should sound good too. It's a microphone that most people that stream over here aren't using. Weezy says, read what I said. No crap, things are on 2015 hardware. Read what I said. It isn't potato hardware from 2004. It's potato hardware from 2014. But you're not speaking to what I'm saying, Wheezy. You're not speaking to what I'm saying. If you launch a shooter, a looter shooter, at the graphical fidelity of Destiny 2, it can run on Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. If you launch a game at hey, Train! What number member are you? I missed it. Oh, wait. I think you were one of my first, Train. Thank you so much. Way to support any way I can. Thank you very much for becoming a sub over here. All you got to do is not exceed the graphical fidelity of Destiny 2, Diablo 4. Those are two game types that look great, and they're landing on the old gen consoles. Is there a new streaming platform that you're using? Yeah, I'm using the Talk app. I don't like saying the name of the platform because YouTube doesn't like it. But you can find me over there at Reforge TV. We're on Twitter at Reforge TV. Our Discord is Reforge TV. Obviously here on YouTube we're Reforge Gaming, but everywhere else we're Reforge TV. Helu Online, if the world is dynamic and loads in fast and multifaceted or doing something wild and unique, I can see that being PS5. Yeah, I mean, I would say Lono, all platforms, all day worker lurker. Thank you, man. Is the new Assassin's Creed news on Mirage or Codename Red? Nothing on Codename Red, but AC Mirage is targeting a next year launch. We don't have a date yet, though. I'm confident we'll see AC Mirage land in 2023. My second show today will be about the top games of 2023. AC Mirage gets an honorable mention. Yo, what's good, Titus? Live games are to make money. A lowest common denominator means a bigger target audience. This equals more potential customers equals more money. PlayStation understands this. Here, I'll type it. That's where I'm streaming M-Man June. Like, that's what I'm saying. They're going to make 12 live service games before 2026. I can't imagine being like, everything needs to be PS5 only. The PS4 is humongous. Like, it's so big. And even in the PC realm, imagine making a game that can run on the PlayStation 4 and potato PCs. Like, I don't know, they're doing that with Diablo 4. Arguably one of the biggest live service games that we're going to see launch in the next couple of years. It's launching in the middle of next year, and they're planning on supporting that game for 10 years. So, now, there is the possibility... There is the possibility that they end up leaving behind old gen at some point in the life cycle of Diablo. But, track with me here. Wouldn't that be a great strategy for PlayStation to get really, really good PlayStation 5 adoption 2 or 3 years into the life cycle of the platform? Hey, this really successful live service game is no longer going to get updates on the PS4. And you get people to move over to PS5. Let's say you got a crispy 1 million unique logins of players on the PlayStation 4 in your live service game, and they suddenly get an announcement that, like, hey, you're not going to get the next DLC. You're not thinking as big picture as I think that you are. The big picture would be that the 900 IQ play would be you get this massive group of people playing this live service game, and then 2 or 3 years into the life cycle, you say, listen, our next update isn't going to hit PS4. And, and that's a great way to get lots of those people over on PS5. Get them to adopt, get them to come up. We know there are people that are crazy late adopters, right? They're already doing that with Horizon DLC. Excellent point, Shelley. The Horizon Forbidden West DLC is only going to be on the PlayStation 5. Hey, thanks for sending a 2023 train. I appreciate it. How long did PS4 have cross-gen with PS3? I don't know. I just don't know. Destiny is 2 years away from cutting off PS4. Right. Okay, so track with me. They're 2 years from dropping PS4, Eugene. So, if next year we get 2 or 3 live service games to launch, it wouldn't surprise me if they're cross-generationally supported. And then in a couple of years, they drop PS4. That's a great strat. You get a bunch of people on PS4 to jump into your live service game, and then 2 years down the line, you're like, yeah, we can't support PS4 anymore. Now you got all those people incentivized to upgrade. Like, if this is what I'm pushing back on. I'm pushing back on the notion that thank you, Train, for sending a GG, that and a chill, that all of the PlayStation Live service games are only going to be PS5. I don't think so. I wouldn't be surprised if about half of the 12, if about 6 of them are cross-generationally supported. And then the further we get into the life cycle of the PS5, yes, they will only be PS5 only. Yo, thank you for the 3 gamepads, Train. You the man. You guys are enjoying the show over here. Thanks for the 6,000 likes. You're amazing. Those 12 live games aren't all going to be console-based either. Some will be mobile. Some will be mobile or VR, and half probably won't even be first-party. I definitely see Sony supporting PS4 with live service games, but I don't think that Sony will support PS4 for AAA single-player content. No, that's ending, Corey. That is 100% ending. Spider-Man 2 is the beginning of their big first-party titles like Spider-Man. It won't be cross-gen support. It won't be cross-gen launch. How big is it for Microsoft to have a deal done with Nintendo for Call of Duty being on Switch? It's not a done deal. It was simply a pledge and a promise. You can't sign a contract about property you don't own. So nothing's been signed. It was just a promise that they made, basically. Hey, thank you for sending some fire over here, Train. Train is the man. If you guys are enjoying the broadcast over here on the top, consider clicking that star at the top. It'll give me a reason to keep booting up over here, right? The gifts, the subs, I appreciate it. That's appreciated very, very much. If you prefer to watch on YouTube, you can do that as well. Thanks for sharing the live. Not a big deal at all, seeing as Call of Duty won't even run on the Switch. They have a few MMOs and a mod that lets you play Final Fantasy XIV in VR. So, didn't we have the BS and general hardware setbacks we currently have on cross-gen games? I'm not sure what you're saying. There will be PS4 players living in live games, hearing friends on PS5 talk about the great single-player games they're playing and looking forward to, and eventually they'll upgrade. Yeah. Hang on a minute. What's this? Oh. New explanations. I was making sure there weren't any more coffee orders. If you guys have been enjoying the show, smash the subscribe button. We hit a nice milestone today, 23.4K subscribers on YouTube. Train says, or join both. Support is support. Yeah, Train is a member on YouTube, and he's a member on the talk. Thank you. A $3 tip from Dark Taco. Thank you. Will you be live reacting to the Sony CES live stream? Oh, yeah, CES is next week, isn't it? I want to watch the NVIDIA presentation. Train just sent 27 2023s. You are nuts, my man. Thank you, Train, for the support over here. That's appreciated very, very much. The more you guys do that, the more you guys smash that button, man, more people will come in here and find what we do. I want to watch the NVIDIA one because it's going to talk about the day before. I want to see if the day before is a real game. What's the talk? It's the platform. I don't like saying, he just sent 10 more. Train, thank you so much. It mostly revolves around Ghosts and may introduce Sandman back into the MW2 story. Yo, Train sending some weights. Sending some weights. 15, 16 weights. So weird. So many gifts. You're awesome, Train. Lono, no, he didn't. You messed it up, Mipsy. Thank you so much for a 10-month milestone and a Member Plus, Mipsy. Guys, in about 15 minutes, we're going to be transitioning to the members' lunch break, where we just kind of hang out and talk. And then the second show of today is going to be the top games of 2023, okay? So, if you want to stay with me and watch the members' lunch break and hang out, and also the member stream with my wife tonight, which goes live in about 8 hours, consider becoming a member on YouTube. You guys over here on Talk, you'll have to go to YouTube to be a part of this stuff. Members only streams in the afternoons, and then tonight should be good. Hey, you're on my Talk now. Yo, what's good? Big Matt G. Oh, how are you, dude? So, we need 9 more. We need 9 more members over here on YouTube. And I'll gift 5. Mipsy with a $5 tip. You demand, Mipsy. Thank you. My bet is they'll talk PSVR 2, Discord, TLU TV, and then the new console revision, modular disk drive. So base console will be at its cheapest price for CES. That could be good. Call me after the day before releases. I'll be waiting for that call that never comes. Lono, do you think it'd be possible to get Spider-Man 2 news in the beginning of the week of 2023 with that, like, Sony thing? Yeah, I don't know. I do think Sony's going to want to come out swinging and talk about, like, what's coming for 2023. A slim PS5 is desperately needed. There's rumors about a PS5 Slim. There's also rumors about, well, not rumors, but the disk drive's all but confirmed, the external disk drive. I'm doing good, thank you. I saw the beginning of this one, and I agree with the PlayStation UI. Thank you, Big Matt, I appreciate that. I feel like the new COD expansion would go great because Ghost has become the new face of Modern Warfare. He has become the face of Modern Warfare. Apparently, there's going to be a spin-off Ghost origin story game or something. I do think Sony is going to want to come out swinging with what they're doing in 2023, especially after Xbox does it. If Xbox gets to do their showcase, I think Sony's going to want to do one as well. Ghost is the GOAT. He is. Let's set our sights on 7,000 likes over here. You guys are the best. You can become our next sub over here. We got 3 out of the 10 that we were wanting to get. Hit that star at the top. It supports me. Magic of the live service is that they can grow over time. Paul says cross-gen with PS3 and PS4 was not the same thing. You could not scale a PS4 game to run on PS3. PS4 to PS5 and Xbox One, Xbox Series X is the first time a console in the history of consoles that you can scale the same game to run on the older consoles. So that adds credence to my prediction that a lot of these live service games are going to be cross-generationally supported. The showcase isn't a sure thing. I still think Forza Starfield will be delayed out of the first half of 2023. That doesn't mean they won't do a showcase, though, Portal. I think Xbox wants to take advantage of the fact that Sony's not doing a showcase. I do. I think they want to take advantage of it, and I think they're going to do one. I think the Microsoft showcase happens in January, and I think they're going to set the stage for the year. We're going to get a Starfield release date, which I believe will be November. We're going to get a Redfall release date, which I believe will be May. I believe we'll get a Forza Motorsport release date, which will be August, September-ish. They're going to land those 3 big release dates, and then they're going to trot out the 44-plus games that are hitting Game Pass and really, really push home the deal that you're getting big first-party titles this year, and you're getting a bunch of other great games day and date on Game Pass. I think that's Microsoft's play. 7K achieved. Yo, 7,000 likes! You guys are the best. It's debatable that Ghost has truly become the face of Call of Duty entirely. He's the most iconic. His face is very iconic. Yeah, I think whenever we do Call of Duty streams, I try to put Ghost on the thumbnail, for sure. If they cross-gen and plan to stay that way their whole game life, then I don't plan on supporting those games. I'm all aboard anti-old gen now. Okay. Better not play Diablo 4 then. Better not play Diablo 4. I don't think Diablo 4 will... I don't know. I could see Diablo 4 leaving behind old gen at some point, but you can't play Diablo 4 then. As far as we can tell, that game won't have any problem running on a PS4 and Xbox One for 10 years, right? Why would that be a problem? Why does everybody hate Callisto Protocol? It runs like trash, and their combat decisions were terrible. It just doesn't play well. It's not an enjoyable game. It's hyper linear. It doesn't feel like the spiritual successor to Dead Space at all, which is what it was supposed to be. If this is the game that he wanted to build, it makes sense that it was canned, because it's not a good game. It's got a 60% on Steam. I think Sony is going to do a Sony Nintendo and showcase the other day, as Microsoft did. A Sony combined showcase with Nintendo? I don't think so. I haven't played it yet, not recommended. No, I do not recommend Callisto Protocol. No. I argue it is a bad game. It's bad. Even if you eat around the fat and you try to enjoy it, I think the controls and the combat are stupid. The checkpoint system is a joke. The story is meager. The gameplay is linear and not all that scary. It's just, there's not a whole lot of redeeming qualities in the game. It is a beautiful game. Beautiful. Characters look incredible. The gameplay, even if you embrace the combat, I think there's so many flaws with it. The enemies leaving the frame, can't see them. There's all kind of problems with it. All kinds of problems with it. You saved me the $70 for that game, thank you. Yeah, if you really, really want to get it, try to snag it on sale, because I do think you could probably enjoy it if you buy it for like 20 or 30 bucks, but you're going to see everything you're going to see everything that I'm talking about. You are. I don't come out strong against games that often, but that game in Gotham Knights, I got out the bat, and I was like, do not support these games. Do not buy these games. Games that are already going next-gen only DLC for games that launch cross-gen, so I have faith there won't be a ton of long-term games that remain old-gen for years. Yeah, I don't think so either, right? Big cinematic graphics like Diablo-style games. You never cared for the Diablo series? No. Well, there you go. I'd entirely play Gotham Knights and enjoy it a lot more than Callisto Protocol. I mean, I guess there's so many problems with Gotham. Oh my gosh, there's problems with Gotham. It's rough. It's a rough game. It's a rough game. Really weird decisions about that game. I still think that we're going to find out one day it's a dadgum mobile game that was ported, and I'm going to be like, I told you so! I'm going to yell from the top of the roof that I told you so. If you guys have been enjoying the YouTube stream, make sure and hit subscribe. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. That way you don't miss my other streams. My second show today is going to be about the top games of 2023. I'm going to give you my top 10 games of 2023. Thoughts on Cooking Mama? Are you a longtime viewer? That's an old joke. Yo, Train is like, I'm going to gift a membership over here. He's like, let's see if we can poke this bear and let's get another member goal and make Lono gift some members. That takes us to 117. We need 8 more now, and I have to gift another 5. Let's get some folks in. McBall Sniffs here all the time, and it's a wonderful name to have to say out loud. Thank you so much for gifting that membership. Train's going to do his own gifted Train. His name is Train for a reason. This guy is just a master, man. Just an absolute master. Just a monster. There goes another one to Cartman. Thank you so much for doing that. That's so kind. Gotham Knights was on sale this holiday, and it still wasn't low enough for me to consider buying it. I think $30 is the most I'd pay. Yeah, we got some people in here, man. We got to get back into the fold. We got Swaglord in chat. We got Shelly. We got Shelly and Alien Psychopath in chat. Very, very loyal viewers that are here all of the time. Would love to see them. Titus Crow is in the chat. We got to get some of these people in the membership pool. The cross-gen thing may continue for a long time. Why? Search for what will happen to anything. It's going to China, USA. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to get into that discussion. 5 memberships coming in taking us to 123 from Striker 1. We got Evan Keith. We got One Savage Owl. We got Justin Otero. We got Dex Stiles and Anand P. There you go. We're 2 away. If you guys just got a gifted member, if I called out your name, I invite you to my members only Discord. We really want to see you in there. Oh my gosh, you guys are insane. 15 coming in hot. 5 from Train and 10 from Rissick. That takes us to 138. Rissick is just a monster. Rissick is the new Eknor. Rissick is the new YouTube lurker, taking the crown as biggest gifter on the channel. Johnny grabbing one. R. Hughes. T. Sucky, Detroit fan. Thorish, hey, good to see you, Thorish. Mass TW, good to see you. I'm seeing names I recognize. Sonia Rana, CD Gaming in the way. D-Flow, good to see you, D-Flow. Stumac, good to see you. Garrett Scott, Dak, a Sunbreaker, and a Rocky89. You guys really need to get into our Discord. Discord.gg/ReforgeTV. Are you close to 2,400 members? Let me check. That might have pushed us over. I don't know. Let me refresh and check. YouTube lurker, you gonna take that, bro, says Creature? Oh, all right. We are at 2,369. Nice. 2,369. That means we are 31 away. Quintar coming in. 143. We're 7 away from me having to do 10. 10. Did it save? Yeah, 143. 143. Radu, Fahad, Joey K, Marty G, the J-Man, all getting a gifted membership. Y'all the best. If you guys got a membership, I cannot stress this enough. We do members-only content more than anybody on YouTube. A daily lunch break with members that we're about to go to. A Friday night stream with my wife that will happen in about 8 hours. So wherever you are in the world, 8 hours from now, we'll be live on YouTube. Reforge Gaming for members only. You got to get in the Discord. YouTube doesn't put these streams in front of you. I have dedicated members that are like, I had a hard time finding this stream when it's members only. So you've got to get into the Discord. You will get notified there. You'll get pinged there. I need a membership now. Listen, don't sit on the sidelines and wait for a gifted membership. It's $5 a month. Click the $ at the bottom of the chat. Click the join button. Jump in. Get involved. We got people in the Discord playing games together all of the time. We're constantly doing members-only content. You don't want to miss out. Get committed. Don't sit on the sidelines like a wallflower. Don't be waiting for those gifteds. If you can't afford a membership, I get it. Be here as often as you can. If $5 a month is no sweat for you, then jump in, man. Become a part of what we do here. If we hit 2,500 members, my wife and I have to do a triple header weekend. A triple header horror weekend with Until Dawn. We already unlocked the watch party. We'll be doing Star Wars Episode 2 watch party in January for members only. If you're a new member, you can go back and watch the past VOD of Episode 1. You queue up my VOD, my past broadcast, with your watch of Star Wars, and you can watch with our commentary alongside of it. It's hilarious. Yo, Eknor says, wait a minute. He says, wait a minute. Who's the king of gifts? He says, I'm the king of gifts. Drops a 20 bomb on the chat. That's 163 on the day. That's massive. Ali Al Husseini, Nico, STR Trick, Billy Rango, Arch Dean, Naved, Boss Destruction. Good to see you, boss. Pork Toe, good to see you, Pork Toe. Nasty Potato, Pit Peters, The One, Chris Richards, T.Y. Grifton Cooper, Dead Silence Ghost, Brian Chapin, EXO, IDK, Knowledge Born, Will Xavier, and David Kraft. And my man, Durs Tube says, I'll do it on my own. I don't need a gifted. And he picks VIP. That's 164. If you upgrade to a Member Plus or a VIP, you get into more content. You get into the VIP lounge. You're the best. Lono, never heard of him. What's good, Big O? Good to see you over here on the talk. You the best. You the absolute best. That's a lot. That's a lot of members. That's a lot of members on the day. I like getting members on days like today because we're not like grounded in one particular game. We're just talking about gaming in general. We are at 2,395 members. We are 5 members away from 2,400. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. We do so many fun things with members. Like, we did a triple header weekend with The Quarry. It's a horror game that my wife and I play together. You can go watch that now as a member, but that's why you got to get in the Discord. You're going to miss those streams and miss those fun times if you're not in the Discord. YouTube just doesn't put members' content in front of you. They're more concerned with, I understand this, they're more concerned with, like, you know, publicly viewable monetized vids. I get it. So members only content is best found and discovered by making sure you are in our Discord. I'm going to use the Discord command in chat, right? No, there is no Reforge rundown today with me and Mike. We will be doing second stream of the day is the top 10 games of 2023. Danzatastic, another person who consistently gifts members here, takes us to 169. That's it. That's 2,400 members. We are officially 100 members away from the next big milestone. 3,000 members, and I have to do a Just Dance stream. I set that goal a little bit higher because Just Dance streams, it takes a lot out of me, okay? We did that once if you want to go watch that past broadcast. Geary Sadler, Kyle Holderby, The Fox Blue, Dana Augustin, and Peter, thank you guys so much for being here. You just got a gifted membership from the Danzatastic, taking us to 169. Currently, I owe you guys 10 members. If that hits 175, I owe you 15. And we got 11 minutes before I need to end this stream. So you guys are keeping me captive here. Oh my gosh, I have to turn the alerts off. Oh my gosh. Eknor says, you can't give the crown to anybody else. You can't give the crown of gifted to anybody else. He says, that's my crown. That's my crown, this man says, with a 50 gifted bomb. Friggin' Eknor. Eknor back in the saddle and saying, it's mine. No one else can have it. 50. So I owe you 10. I owe you guys 20 members. I owe you 20 members. That's insane. Let's say this was 170. That'd be 220. That takes us to 219 on the day. That is absolutely insane. I got to turn off the alerts. It's just too much. Too much. I'm getting roses from Big O over here on the talk. I got 37 roses over here, just going bonkers. If you guys are enjoying the content over here, hit the gold star at the top of the chat. Hit the gold star at the top of the chat. That way, you can be a part of what we do and get that extra support from me. I'm trying to get 10 subscribers over here. Another 28 roses over here from Big O. Talk's popping off. YouTube Lurker says no. No, he says, I'm in here too with a 50 bomb. This is insane. Taking us to 269 on the day. Do you guys know how to end the year or not? 2022 going out with a bang. That's a big one. Another 50. Holy moly. You guys are getting my WWE voice right now. Holy moly. He's done it! Is my brother here? He's done it! 2,483 members. It's probably going to hit 2,500. They're not all accounted for yet because they're still getting claimed in chat. If you can hear my voice, you need to check the chat. You might be getting a member. 131! 2023's over here on the talk. Another 50 bomb from Rissick and another 50 bomb from Eknor. That's 100 more. That's 369. That's more people than there are in chat. People are going to be getting emails. They're not even here. They're not even here. If you're watching over here on the talk, it's cracking off on YouTube. Come get a gifted membership. Go to YouTube and look for Reforge Gaming. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say. What is happening? That's more people. That is way, way more people. Got to get out of here before the gifted start getting emailed to Creech says, oh well. Oh my gosh. I am seeing names that I recognize though. Lone Reaper Gaming is here all the time. It's still going to people that I recognize. It is. I recognize Xerox. I do. I recognize Barry. I recognize these names. I do. It's going to people that are here. I've recognized the usernames. Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy. That's not the official Hogwarts Legacy channel, but that's that one Hogwarts Legacy fan channel that stops by every now and again. I've seen them in here before. Did I miss anything over here in the chat? 131, another 101 2023s. Thank you so much. Hey, Talk, where are you at? Are you going to compete over here with YouTube? Hit that gold star at the top. Become a subscriber. Let's hit the 10 goal over here. Let's see it. Let's see the 10 subscribers over here on the Talk. Let's see it. Because YouTube is going crazy right now. The members are still flooding the chat. It's still happening. It hasn't stopped yet. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, I recognize these names. I do. Charms, I've seen them in here before. Arminus, I think I've seen before. Eknor, just absolutely killing it. It's still going. It hasn't stopped yet. Another 100. No, I already read those. 101 2023s. Thank you, Train, for going crazy. Thank you, Big O, for going crazy over here on the Talk. They haven't even finished. Are they still going? Hey, Jessica R. Look at this. Look at this rounded number she's going to give us. 370. I don't even know how much I owe you guys. I don't even know how many members do I owe at this point. It's 5 for every 25. So I owe 20, 40, 20, 40, 45. Do I owe 50 right now? I think I owe 50. Golly, I owe 50, I believe. Okay, I think it stopped. Let me check the back end and see where that put us. Let me check the back end. Jiminy frickin' Christmas. You guys are insane. 2,601. You've officially unlocked the triple header horror weekend. You've done it. Maybe we could do it this weekend. I'd have to look at the calendar because I was thinking of playing the Devil in Me, but you guys wanted Until Dawn. We might just do that this weekend. I don't know. I'll talk to my wife. We could do that to kind of celebrate the end of the year, but then we'd be streaming on New Year's Eve. That's probably not a good idea. I don't know. I'll talk with her. I'll talk with Creature. You didn't get a sub? Hey, thank you so much, Train, for sending 75 ticks over here. We appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I can't say the platform name. YouTube doesn't like it. That's crazy. All right, I owe you guys 50. Right? 5,000 for New Year's Eve. Yeah, it's 5,000 for New Year's Eve. It is. Yo, another 5 from Eknor and a brand new VIP, Tyler Novak. That's 376. That means I owe you guys 55 now. I owe you 55. Creature says no. Save your 50 for next stream. Yeah, I'll do my 50. Good word, Creature. I'll do my 50 gifted members in the second stream of the day. So if you're not a member, you now have a reason to come back for my second stream of the day. I owe you 50. And I'll make good on it in our second stream, the top 10 games of 2023. We need to go to members. We do. We've got to go to members. We have to. This stream's going to end up being way too long. I don't like streams being longer than 3 hours. I don't. If you guys hold me hostage, I can't stop you, but I'm trying to schedule the stream right now. I'm trying to schedule the Friday stream right now. Before you guys go crazy again. 21-month milestone from Ganks. What a way to end the year. Been a supporter since 2017. You deserve all this love and generosity. Thank you so much, Ganks. I greatly appreciate that. I really, really do. I owe you guys 50, and I'm going to do it in the second public stream of the day. Anything else happening over here? No. Okay. Yeah, that was insane. That was absolutely bonkers. We'll schedule this for 12:45. Yo, what's good, Big Matt G? Came over from the Tick. Look cute, mama. My wife got these boots last night from Dick's, and it was literally 2 left shoes. I was like, what? How does it even happen? Always check the box. Always check the box. Okay. All right, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. If you can hear my voice, you need to get into our Discord, okay? If you didn't get a member, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and make sure you come back here in a little bit over an hour for my top games of 2023. You're not going to want to miss that stream because I'm going to kick that stream off with a 50 gifted bomb, okay? Because that's how much I owe you. We hit 2,600 members. If we hit 3,000, I have to do a Just Dance stream. If we hit 5,000, Creature wants 5,000. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. We'll do a New Year's Eve stream, okay? You've unlocked the triple header horror weekend, and you've unlocked the Star Wars watch party. I got to set up redirect. We got to go to the next stream, so that way I don't want this stream to hit 3 hours, all right? If you want to gift some more, if you want to keep gifting and going crazy, save it for the next stream. Save it for the next publicly viewable stream. Hey, thanks so much for clicking on this. Oh my goodness, if this is suddenly in your feed and you're watching the past broadcast, I am doing a members-only stream to celebrate huge milestone, 2,600 members. If you're one of the new members, use the links below in the description to get into the Discord. You unlocked the triple header horror game weekend for my wife. We've unlocked the Star Wars watch party. We've unlocked a lot. You're not going to miss out on those things. That's why you want to make sure you're in the Discord. You'll miss those things if you're not in there. I'm going to end the previous stream that was what PlayStation needs to do in 2023. I'm going to bring those people over to the members-only stream. I'm going to end the talk stream. I'll be back in a while.